the room and gives
Especially,
me
that's my cousin Vinny, that's Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
That is it just me or
I
is that
love
chick
that movie,
wild?
period.
Oh,
you know?
dude,
I
she
mean,
is
Joe
always
Pesci.
That, is it just
So
me or
good.
is that chick wild?
Oh, dude, she is always fun. She's still having fun, man.
Yeah,
We're
she's
learning
definitely
things
still
here.
on.
Man,
He's in
holy
there.
fuck. Yeah,
We're
she's
learning
definitely
things
still hot.
here.
He's that
We
guy.
are.
Wait till we get viewers to let that video
So you
rip.
want me to
Yeah, I would. Well, don't you think?
wait till we get viewers to let that video rip or just?
Yeah, I would. Well, don't you think?
Can we live on Facebook too?
Yeah, we're live on everything.
Sweet.
So, okay, so
We live on Facebook too.
yeah, we're live on everything.
Sweet.
Let's get on. Look at it.
Yeah,
Let's get on.
yeah. Well, we got people
I'm gonna
joining.
pop off a piece of my dick.
Can you
We got people joining.
pay more to like have the quality
Can
better?
you fucking
Why
As
is it
far
not
as
looking-
like,
pay more
I just,
to like
when I was
have
on
the
earlier, we
quality
went live
better?
for a second just to.
Why is it not
As
good?
I just,
That's
when I
what
was on earlier, we went
There
live
might
for a
be some
second
settings
just
that
to.
you just screw with.
That's what I don't know.
It
Might be
just,
some
to me, I
settings
would
that
assume
you
just
screw
because it's live.
All right, let's do
Is
it.
it on there?
It just, to me, I would assume just because it's live.
All right, let's do
Is
it.
it on there?
I don't see it.
Go to our actual page.
Is this not the page?
I don't see it.
Let's just go to our actual page.
Is this not the page?
Let's just email it like that.
Oh.
I think it looks good.
I think it might just be live. Because even when I watch people's TikToks when they're live, it's like.
I think it might just be
Well,
live. Because
Say
even when
no
I watch
sound,
people's
check
TikToks
access
when they're
setting,
live,
just
it's
blip
like.
the radio.
Well,
Say no sound, check
might
access.
be
settings.
because
Just
we
look
were
up on
it's, I can, it might be because I can hear it right there.
Yeah. No, it just came up.
The TikTok said no sound?
Yeah. 'cause I can
All right,
hear it
let's
right
let
My,
it
dad,
rip.
my dad's
No, it
watching
just
Hell
came
Yeah,
up
Dad.
and just.
Yeah,
For the
go,
first time
Kevin.
ever,
All right, let's let it rip,
Dad's
gentlemen.
watching Hell Yeah, Dad.
We got
Yeah, go, Kevin.
threes,
Let's go, Kev.
chicks clowning each other, and refs fixing
You're gonna
games
laugh your
for
ass
the
off
script.
this video,
This
bro.
year's Chick March madness has broken records. But let's not forget that the WNBA is still unprofitable and they still can't dunk. So, to everyone's surprise, the #1 pick in the WNBA draft will not be Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, or any of these other dudes. Introducing La Dishwasher Sandwich Maker II, a 7'11", 500-pound beast that was created in an Area 51 lab to fix the salary gap and slow down Caitlin Clark. La Dishwasher doesn't even know how to read, write, or speak English. It only knows how to baptize defenders, stroke that thing from deep, send shots to Africa, and make sandwiches. Projected to average an octuple double a game. Do you think Sandwich Maker can save the WNBA from bankruptcy and slow down this dude from Iowa?
I own the league.
She creeping all on my balls, I gotta move type shit. Cause they cover my flaws, I had to brand new type shit.
Shout out to whoever made that video. I can't even remember the handle of that person,
Yeah.
but it was on there. But we're giving credit where credit is due. Just if it's kind
Shout out to whoever made that video. I can't
whenever
remember the
you
handle
watch
of
it
that
again,
person.
you find some other shit
But
in there that you start laughing.
It was
at.
on there, but we're giving him credit.
Without further
where
ado,
credit is due.
welcome
Just-
to the RawDawgers
it's kind of like
Sportscast.
watching Napoleon Dynamite.
I am Sean Watson.
Like whenever
I
you
guess so.
watch it again, you find some other shit.
You
in there
guys
that you
want to
start
get
laughing
right
at.
into it right now.
Hold on,
So
every
just-
time you
Without
say
further
Sean
ado,
Watson,
welcome to the RawDawgers
in my head, you're
Sportscast.
gonna say Deshaun.
I am Sean Watson.
I'm right
That's
this
just
way.
how I hear it in my brain every time.
You guys want to get right into it right now?
Hold
We
on,
can
every
just-
time you say I'm Sean Watson, I just.
TikTok viewers,
In
if
my
you
head, I
haven't been
think
here
you're gonna say
before,
Deshaun
you
Watson.
are out.
That's just how I hear it in my brain
Follow
every
us
time you
over
do
at
it.
Dogs Raw. Also on Twitter or X.
TikTok viewers, if you haven't been here before, you
Facebook
are
Live,
missing
and
out.
YouTube,
Please
and,
follow
share
us
our
over at
video.
Dogs
Give
Raw
us
on TikTok and also on Twitter. or
Anyway,
X.
I don't know if
Sorry,
we're going to get
Elon.
into it right off the
Facebook
get.
Live
We started
and
the podcast
YouTube, and
off with
share our video.
Lot
Give us
dishwasher,
some, give us some follow.
sandwich
We
maker the
appreciate
second.
that. Anyway, I don't know if you
We
want
talked
to get
about it a
into
little
it
bit last week.
right off the
How
get.
do
Of
you
course,
guys
we
feel
started
about
the
Caitlin
podcast
Clark?
off
What's
with
your
the whole
feelings
lot
about
dishwasher,
how the championship
sandwich
went
maker the
down?
second.
You know.
I mean, I watched.
We talked about it a little
the
bit
last
last
5
week.
minutes of that game.
How do you guys feel about Caitlin Clark? And what's
It's
your
kinda
whole
funny 'cause
feelings
Iowa
about
was
how
just
all the championship went down? How do you think it's going to
player
pan
on the
out?
team.
Right.
I mean,
They're
I watched
facing,
like the last 5 minutes of that
five-star
game. I
recruits, and
told
the
you guys
bench
earlier
is
it
also
was
good.
It's kind of
They couldn't
funny
get
because
any
Iowa was
rebounds,
just
which was
a Big Ten
hilarious.
school. They would have
Because
And-
Miller Cardoza is
They're
6'7".
facing,
She's like Laudisha.
Well, they have
Rush.
they had a chick that was like 6'7", like two
They
chicks
couldn't
that were
That's
like
her.
6'5".
And even her
They're
backup
just
coming off the
getting
bench.
Because
boards.
Miller
Like, I
Cardoza
didn't
is
see Iowa
6'7".
getting-
She's
Yeah.
like Laudisha.
Well, they have like they had a chick that was like 6'7", like two chicks
That's
that were
her,
6'5".
And even her
They're
backup
just
coming off the
getting
bench.
boards. Like I didn't see Iowa.
We must
get a
only
rebound
see
in
highlights of
5
Caitlin
minutes
because
of
she
playing basketball.
chucked up like 6
And
shots, and I
It
told you
was
guys only
just,
hit the rim on
honestly
like one.
atrocious to watch. It was
All right,
so.
that's what you- that's
We
what you guys
must
have
only
next
see
year.
highlights of Caitlin Clark because
Well,
she chucked up like 6
I'm not
shots.
going to go ahead and
I told
even
you
go
guys
that
only
far.
hit the
I
rim
will
on, like,
say
one.
this. I am
And
really
that's
with
just-
everybody.
The big-
That's what you guys have. That's your year.
Everybody with
Well,
Caitlin Clark.
I'm not.
I didn't
I'm
watch
not
college
going to go ahead
women's
and even go
basketball,
that far. I
I'm
will
not
say
watching
this.
the
I
WNBA,
am really with
but I
everybody
will
else
admit this.
as far as
When
Caitlin.
she
Well, I
goes
shouldn't
to
say
the
everybody else,
NBA,
but everybody was
who I
as
think
far as
has the
Caitlin
number
Clark.
one overall pick.
I didn't watch
I might
college
tune
women's
into the
basketball.
WNBA
period.
just to watch.
I'm not watching the
Caitlin Clark. We
WNBA,
talked about the
but I
$5
will
million
admit
offer
this.
from the Big
When
Three.
she goes
I
to
didn't
the
know.
Indiana Fever, who
Yeah,
I
she
think has
could.
the number one
We just
overall
don't
pick,
know if
I might
some-
tune into the
some-
WNBA just to
there
watch
that,
Caitlin
you
Clark.
know,
And
we
we talked
go
about
ahead
the
and
$5 million offer from the Big Three, and I
She
just
can
think
do
last
both,
week.
though.
Yeah, she could.
She's
We just
the
don't know if
knight in
they're going to
shining
put sneak some kind of bullshit
So answer me
stipulation in
this,
there
what I don't
that
understand
you
is
hey,
why
you
do
can't
they
go ahead and
have
do this.
former
No,
UConn
there's no
players
way
coming
to
out
do
this
that.
Right.
and
That
then
would
they were
ruin
like
them
dogging on
as
Caitlin
women.
Clark.
She's their like knight in shining armor.
It's literally.
So answer me this though.
Other
What I don't
than-
understand is why did you have like some of these former
And I don't
UConn
understand
players
that.
coming out
I
this
mean, if I
week,
see
and
somebody
then they were
that-
like dogging on Caitlin Clark?
You know,
Because
I
they're
want to
women.
see Kate Cavs
It's
play.
literally
You
women
know,
hate
Golden
other
State.
women
I
succeeding.
see
They
Clay
hate
go
it.
down.
Yeah, and I don't understand that at all. I mean, if I see somebody now on a personal level, you know, I want to see Kate
Steph Curry,
or the
I
Cavs
think he's
play,
kind of a little
you know,
bitch.
the Golden
I
State.
think
I
he
want to
kinda
see
changed
Clay
the
go
game.
down. I
Yeah,
want
oh,
to see
yeah, for sure.
Draymond.
What he's done.
Fuck that guy.
That's
I mean,
what
even
girls-
Steve Kerr. Fuck him too.
But
Most girls, they can't get
Steph
like
Curry,
another girl
I think he's
for
kind of a little
flowers.
bitch. I mean, do I
just
think
not
he's
in-
Not in them to do.
no?
They hate when they're successful.
Yeah.
So
So get back to that
game,
game though. What I really kind of, at least what I noticed on the game was
Sounds good.
the chick or the depth. You're talking about it too. Was the depth of the bench was South Carolina. Of course, they had an undefeated season. I think it was like 8. They're the 8th team in women's college basketball history to ever have an undefeated
Probably
season.
them and UConn 7 times.
Yeah, probably.
So
So
what
what I
noticed.
noticed.
That's only like a 1 second delay.
So
What I noticed, Brandon, going back to what you're talking about with the bench, was I like there was 3 starters on Iowa, including Caitlin Clark, that played all 40 minutes. I don't understand this too. I don't understand why there's quarters in women's college basketball. There's halves in men's. I don't understand that. But there's 4 10-minute quarters. There's 3 starters for Iowa that played all 40 minutes. Where South Carolina had bench players were able to and keep them fresh, and then by the time you got to the second half, just like you're talking about, there's nobody fresh that was able to come off the bench.
Well,
I don't know
like,
how the whole
went.
game went. I know in the last 5 minutes.
If
That's
that's
like their starting
center,
center.
that
That
sucks.
sucks. That
chick
chick was like
6
6 foot tall.
Yeah.
And
And
just,
I
I
didn't
didn't
see
literally
Iowa
didn't
didn't get a rebound
in 5
5
minutes
Right.
playing.
But even in women's college basketball, have you really heard Iowa, even before this year, really touted
A
it?
single second of women's college.
Until this year? Are you with me on that?
Oh,
I
Oh,
mean,
it's Caitlin Clark effect.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I mean,
I
They
mean,
hate her.
But I just know this. I knew South Carolina just from seeing headlines. I knew the South Carolina team was usually good. UConn women's team was really good. But I'm not really hearing much. Oh, Ohio State Buckeyes women's college basketball is pretty good.
Yeah, they're always
Okay.
pretty
But
good.
I don't hear about
a
a team going to the national championship game or anybody that's like this at all.
I don't
I don't even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
outside of
this year, I couldn't even name a team that's been in.
Yeah. I couldn't either. You could tell me like, you know, the LSU, SLSU.
I think I remember Tennessee being good with Kansas.
Oh, yeah. Tennessee, that's true. With Pat Summitt as the coach.
Yeah,
That's true.
I
That's
remember
true.
that a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
Candace Parker
Candace
was like a phenom too. She was.
Yeah.
That's
But
her.
But I think Candace, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Candace Parker was one of the ones that was kind of dogging on Caitlin, along with the one from UConn that's in the WNBA, basically talking talking some shit about how just wait till you get the big leagues, girl. Like, what big league you fucking talking about?
I did see two girls on ESPN today. They were talking about her going to the league. They were talking about the draft, how she'll be projected #1. They were hyping her up, so that was cool.
Yeah, finally. Because maybe the publicist for the WNBA was like, hey, fucking stop. Okay? There's just somebody from the ESPN hierarchies like, yeah, we dealt with this shit with Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it right now.
The highest guy fired. So.
Right.
So let's not
Just quit. Pump the brakes. All right. Of course, the biggest news, it has to be Orenthal James Simpson, also known as OJ, passing away yesterday. We're doing this live right on a Friday.
Hey, where are the white women at?
OJ passed away at the age of 76. Like you brought up, didn't really know about his cancer. He had cancer.
I respect that.
I do too.
Like when people go like that, that's cool. Right? Kevin themselves, they don't want no call for it.
Yeah. Well, he's been going around. Everybody's trying to get the latest viral video of the last time OJ was on anything. So so I get that. Former Heisman Trophy winner USC in 1968. First round pick by the Buffalo Bills. He also he played 11 seasons. A lot of people consider him maybe a top 10 running back of all time in the NFL.
He got
Also went and played the Niners.
Did he have a 2,000-yard season?
I don't know if he did. That's a good question. You should have to look that up. I'm not sure if he did or not.
And because I said, did he play in any 16-game seasons? I don't think so.
So when the Bills drafted him in
1969,
1969,
so he played 11 seasons.
Putting him 11 seasons. You're at least putting him in 1980, right?
Later on in his career, he
because of his he ended up playing for the San Francisco 49ers.
That's a good man. It's a good man.
He did go on to then star in some
He
Hertz
did
car
go on to
right around the time of like Where's the Beef for Wendy's, and then he also collaborated to become a movie star for the Naked Gun series. And if you don't know the whole Naked Gun, you're missing out. First off, if you don't know Naked Gun, you need to go back to 1980.
It's like a 10-second delayed echo.
All right.
I have everything muted except the mic.
The actual camera's muted?
Yeah. Wasn't doing that at the beginning. Is it still echoing? Everybody out there, 73, OJ had a 2,000-yard season. Yeah, and I think that was, they were playing 16 games after 70, right? After the merger.
Yeah, I think, was it the first season? Let us know. Was it the first season? Because Tampa Bay was an expansion franchise in the 70s.
72.
And I was thinking it was like right around that time. Well, because, the 72 Dolphins, remember, they only played a 14-game season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been at least,
73.
after that. So he had what? He had in
73?
He had a 2,000-yard season? Wow. So if they went to 16 games that season.
Is that your cousin, Blake?
I think so.
Who was it?
My cousin, I think.
Nice. Thank you for getting in the chat. Appreciate it. Anyway, if you haven't went and watched Airplane from 1980,
oh, it's fucking great.
Before like Naked Gun and all that dry humor kind of shit that was going on.
Yeah, that was 14 games. So he had a 2,000-yard season. 14.
Wow,
2,000 yards pure rushing.
Yeah,
holy
that's
shit.
impressive. Of course, you have to remember the running backs were a lot more important at that time too.
Yeah, but that's still 105 40 yards a
No,
game.
I mean,
probably.
I'm giving him his props.
The juice was loose.
He was.
Hey, good for he can stab whoever the fuck he wants.
Apparently,
He
he
had a 2,000
was.
yard season. Stab
So-
one, stab all. Who cares?
The Hertz car commercials he went on to film with Nielsen, Leslie Nielsen, right, for the Naked Gun series, and then all of a sudden, then he went on to go ahead and do some sports calls with Bob Costas, the ultimate shill.
Yeah.
This
was all before
NBC. This was all before that.
All
This was
before
in
the murders.
80s. Yeah, so and going now that we have that all covered.
Let's get to why we're here.
Yeah, 1994, and I watched this. So I think I was, not to date myself, I believe I was a sophomore. I just got done with my sophomore year in high school. Quick story here. Before
Ryan,
this,
you were still sucking on a titty, weren't you?
94?
Yeah.
I was like 1.5.
right. So before all that, we only had like 3 channels, and then Fox Sports came around. Like, and we've covered this. It came around. We got shit on our antenna, and then all of a sudden, we decided to go ahead and get a satellite dish. You know, we were out in the sticks.
You were fucking rich.
Yeah, I felt like it at the time. So we had a satellite dish, and you could go ahead and get these packages. And one of the things that came with some of the packages was Court TV. So in 1994, when this, and this was even being covered on the local stations, it was the whole freeway chase. It was all about OJ went ahead, and he was a suspect in the murder of his, she filed for divorce, but it was in the same area, a suburb of LA called Brentwood, and he was pretty certain that he was banging some waiter called Ronald Goldman, that he lived in a townhouse in Brentwood. Think about that for a minute. You're a waiter, and I don't care what restaurant you're working at, but you can afford, even back then, to live in
Like
a
a
townhouse
townhouse.
in Brentwood.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
she was 36. I think she was 34 at the time. Ronald Goldman was 25.
Just handing out that dick.
Yeah. At that time, I mean, she'd been with OJ. Apparently, he wasn't giving it to her the right way.
How old would he have been? Like
Well,
the
like
50s?
that would have been,
Late
he just
40s,
died.
late
Yeah, he'd been
40s.
46, right? So he was
that's 30
nailing
years ago.
Nicole Brown Simpson, and then all of a sudden, and there was a lot of domestic violence that was going on. They tried to use that in the case to try to build their case.
this dude would never get off on this.
Yeah,
Nowadays.
wasn't there like a legit like boot print from one of his shoes and the glove?
Yeah, so there was boot print. There was also bloody gloves. Of course, we know the notorious thing
Glove
with
don't
that.
fit.
Yeah, DNA samples. OJ went out and hired like the who's who of lawyers. Shapiro, I believe, is Johnny Cochran, and also Kardashian.
Yeah,
And that's how the connection with the Kardashian family came.
I knew
with the Simpson
Kardashian was a
family.
famous lawyer for something, and I
Yeah.
thought it was OJ.
That was absolutely it. So they just, I mean, like everybody, and you have to remember this too, like at that time, like nothing had ever been on TV like this before.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
if you had like court TV or you're
there wasn't
lucky.
really,
Reality TV.
reality
Yeah.
TV wasn't a thing.
I
yet.
actually feel, and I would put it down here, I actually feel like this was the whole spawn of like the reality
It was.
TV.
It was.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
1994.
Yeah, because the ratings were probably crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, all
Well,
the,
this was right after the.
I mean, the guy's down on the 405 in the white Bronco. He's
Yeah,
saying
all
he
the-
has a
all
gun
the
to his
execs
head.
are like, something's happening.
Yeah, and
Well-
you couldn't avoid it.
And this was also right after all the riots in L.A.
Correct.
And
So right before that, I think it was like 1991, 92, if you want to say that. The whole Rodney King
91,
beatings
I
came
think.
out, 91.
Yeah.
The whole Rodney King beatings came out, and it was a whole bad thing. And then,
straight out of Compton.
Yeah.
yeah, so the police that were involved in that, they basically got off
Oh, yeah.
which is kind of a slap on the wrist. I'm not condoning any of that. I mean, it was a bad video. It was not good.
Just like Martin Lawrence, there's a bee on him.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get it off.
Just trying to get it off. But Rodney King showed up in this wheelchair, and I was all like busted up and shit, and all swollen.
Can we all just get along?
That video's fucked.
Yeah.
Dude's
It's bad.
Fucked him up.
It's bad. So then that spawned the whole LA riot scene.
Yeah.
I think Sublime actually wrote a whole song about it. April 26, 1992. I love Sublime, by the way.
Yeah.
Whether I'm high or not. But yeah, they're just the looting. Like, if you think about George Floyd and that whole situation in Minneapolis, like, this was like that on steroids.
Yeah.
When
LA is fucking huge.
It's huge. That's what I'm saying. It
Well,
was
you
like,
had gangs like, we're not fighting each other no more.
Right.
yeah,
They joined up.
We're just pairing up. They put the red and the blue together and made like a purple hue, and we're like, yeah, we're burning this shit up.
Right.
And it was bad. So going into all that, there was definitely a racial divide. And I have a video on here actually after the verdict was called, or the verdict was decided, about how divisive the race situation was for the OJ trial. The 9-month trial. 9 months.
So you think him getting off is like a sympathy?
Yeah,
kind of verdict.
So they polled people back during that time, like before the verdict was read, and all the black people were like, "Hey, OJ's either innocent or he was framed." Okay, I mean,
good-ass lawyers.
a majority.
Way to go, Rob.
70. I mean, 70. It was like 60-some%. I mean, they were holding parties when the verdict was actually read. They put it on Times Square. That's how big it was. After people have been following this on court TV for 9 months. Going back to the court TV thing, my mother would record it during the day when she would work, and then she would watch it off VHS tape at night. Just so it was an addiction. It was just an absolute addiction. People would watch this. Everybody knew about it, and the fact that they went ahead and they put it on this court TV so that you wouldn't have to wait for the nightly news to find out what went on in the trial.
Right.
It was like a shot of heroin. I mean, it was an addiction like no other.
What's going on with OJ?
Yeah, nothing about sitcoms anymore. We had reality TV here, and it was on court TV.
That might have literally kicked off reality
And there
TV.
was
Yeah.
For real.
another video that came out.
So remember when we were driving,
This is the most popular video. What do you think he was listening to?
This.
Probably not Tracy Chapman.
He had to be just bumping something in there.
Oh,
It's awesome.
so he was apparently holding a gun to himself, saying that he was
To
going to
himself?
Yes, going to commit suicide. The driver's name was
yeah,
Al,
he's innocent.
Al Wood, right?
Fuck.
And that was part of the whole problem. You had Christopher Darden and what was her name, Marcia. It was part of the district attorney's or the district attorney's office would be district, and that they were part of the Goldman family and the Cole Brown Simpsons family. They were all on the plaintiff's side of the whole situation, of course, and then you had these team of just absolute superstars over there. They were trying to just build a case to try to prove that OJ was innocent. And the fact that you had the Rodney King deal and you had all the country divided on that because of that and the riots.
Well, you probably had a ton of shit in court, like judge a character witnesses from all the time when he was in the NFL.
Well, something I didn't write down here too was the whole thing with Cato Kalin, which if you haven't had a chance to watch, like the testimony.
I never watched it.
Okay, of Cato Kalin, there was like.
Who's that? Like the prosecutor?
No. Cato Kalin was like a guest at the Brentwood estate. He apparently lived in a bungalow that was out back of the area, and it was really, really sketchy testimony. And like how the defense went ahead and cross-examined him. It was. I mean, Cato. You looked at this guy, and he looked like Caitlyn Jenner before that was a thing. I mean, he was just like, you're coming to court, you're gonna go up on the bench, and you're supposed to be one of our star witnesses to try to incriminate OJ. And the defense, he hurt them immediately, like right off the get. It was everything was so suspect,
right?
With him, but anyway, so OJ acquitted in that trial. It came down to when it blew up, and it was nationally televised also as well. Even if you weren't watching court TV on the regular, it was televised. Like I said, it was projected at Times Square. There was parties right there, people jumping up and down, hooray, hooray! OJ, he got off. Basically, you were in two different camps. Yeah. Either you believed that the evidence was there that he should have been guilty, or OJ got off,
or you were a Democrat.
Woo! There was nothing. I think at the time, like
maybe not a Democrat then.
Even right,
definitely now.
Even deep down, if you were a black person, okay, I'm not trying to overspeak, and you felt that he probably was guilty, and deep down you felt it. He was. It was just because the whole Rodney King.
Yeah, it's the Rodney King thing.
Yeah,
they wanted to win after that, and they got it.
Mm-hmm.
No, who? Yeah. However, I should say it.
Hey, I'm all for his win.
Yeah,
fuck that.
You want to fuck around? Get fucked
around
with.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'd been legal in France.
They had a hell of a time
too.
The
juice was loose.
Yeah.
Part of this whole
the CTE was loose.
Yeah, you don't get a 2,000-yard rushing season without it.
Right.
It was definitely more than 2,000 yards down the 405.
Oh, for sure.
So it was amazing because it's all being described as a low-speed chase. Like all the stories that I've revisited.
Doing like the speed limit, right?
Yeah.
Just cruising down the road.
He was basically talking to them. The driver at the time was basically telling them that, hey, we're just trying to get... No. OJ wasn't driving.
What?
Yeah, his friend was driving the Bronco.
They did a Seinfeld episode like that too, right?
Oh, did they?
I didn't
see that.
With Kramer?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and they had one of those car phones. I forget who the fuck was driving. If anybody watches Seinfeld and remembers that episode, let me know who's driving.
But it was like Sky Fox 19 from LA, and they were taking this footage from the chopper. Then every now and again, you'd have people. Then you had people, get this, you had people on the overpass because they'd heard it on the TV.
Yeah.
And they went out to the, go OJ, go. Go Juice. It was the craziest shit you'd ever seen.
That's
and you would just
awesome.
see this in 1994 when it was going on. It was like June of 94.
That chick.
Yeah, and it's like, go OJ. It was just...
So somebody else is driving.
Yes.
He's holding a gun to his own head.
Yes, and you could never see OJ in the passenger seat. I think he was like ducked down because he was afraid probably there might be like a SWAT guy that was going to shoot him for one of the overpasses.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how that SWAT guy could ever make it to squeeze off a bullet.
Did they ever get that driver for anything?
I don't know how that
ended.
Yeah, I don't know how that actually ended up. That's
not
a good
for the
question.
murder, but for just
try to accomplish. Yeah.
But he had a gun, so they're like, hey, he's trying.
Yeah, so he immediately pulled into like his Brentwood estate, and they got him right then because
so they waited till
Kevin
he was
OJ.
stopped.
OJ was in the back seat.
Oh, was it the back seat?
I'm pretty sure he's
all right.
I'm pretty sure in that episode
They
Seinfeld
weren't
Kramer's
even
in the
doing
back.
the speed limit. They were doing under the speed limit.
Yeah, I think he was doing like 45 on that highway.
They were probably both high as
Which, if you've been on the 405 in LA, if you're not doing 145, you're not living.
Right, especially then where it wasn't as packed.
Yeah, it's packed. The 405 is like, 8 shiny lanes on both sides. I mean, it's the main artery freeway in and out of LA. So, yeah, but it was just, it was a crazy time to be alive.
I'm sad he's dead now. I like this guy so much more now.
Well, I wasn't bringing up the whole story to make, give you sympathy. I mean,
what a legend.
10 years after this, though, they did the same poll. And they found out that most of the percentages had dropped significantly, believing that, OJ was probably guilty.
Dude, I love that everything I've ever seen of him on video is him essentially just trolling the fact that he was innocent. Like,
you should play that, Ryan.
He knew he was fucking guilty.
What?
You play that
I couldn't
bit.
get that downloaded.
Oh, you couldn't get that downloaded?
I thought you had it up
so
on there.
bad.
You blew it up on there.
I don't think so.
The big one?
That was the fast car. Rashid. No, I couldn't download that one.
All right.
That was a funny video.
Yeah, he's like
the video was him 2 months ago. Pretty much, what was it? Shaq was talking about.
Oh yeah, how you should never confess to women.
No, how you should never open up to
women about your feelings. And OJ literally was like, "Yeah, don't ever confess." Hell yeah.
He's like,
just dying.
Just die. Die with the
cast of the bot. Yeah.
Yeah. Even the chick was laughing.
Yeah. Everybody on the podcast
was that a chick?
dying laughing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
She was
I
like
wasn't
the host.
sure.
Yeah. She
All
was.
right. Oh yeah, that one. No, I mean the one that was like in the money suit, or the one. That's the one. I was
they were all
dying.
dying.
That was a dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wasn't sure about that. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
The other important things about some of this whole case too was if the guy was innocent. So apparently they found Ronald Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson.
So they died like in the house. They were stabbed to death.
They were actually at Ronald Goldman's townhouse.
Yeah.
That was also adjacent to the Simpson property in Brentwood.
So that was their neighbor.
Correct. Or at least down the road. I'm not sure exactly how far.
And they were
It
both
was
found.
catty corner, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said,
the backyards.
I can't remember that part.
Yeah,
but
They were both found dead in the house, stabbed to death.
Correct.
What a fucking pussy of a guy.
Right.
How are you watching her get stabbed and then you also get stabbed?
So I mean,
What a
the
fucking
whole.
dumbass.
Well, it was like a machete, wasn't it?
No, it was a knife.
Was
I
it
mean,
a knife? Okay.
it was a knife, but I mean, you had the.
This is a knife.
You had the. Yeah.
It's not a knife.
Yeah. This is a knife, motherfucker. But no, so you had the boot print you're talking about. That they tried to submit that evidence.
Was it like middle of the fucking night he
well,
stabbed them while they were sleeping?
Yeah.
It didn't really matter. That's a big ass place, dude.
What do you mean? The house?
Well, that and they were secluded. I mean, there's
I'm
gates
just saying,
and
how big of a fucking pussy are you to just die from a guy that you've already seen him stabbing somebody else?
Right.
Well, he might have got stabbed. He
Well,
got stabbed first, probably.
Well, I don't know. I assume the coroner's report could have like time of death and be able to.
But it's
figure all
probably
that
so
out.
close they couldn't decipher that.
Yeah, but the other thing is too, you're talking about, of course, the whole smoking gun when it came down to Johnny Cochran was the whole famous if the boots or the gloves don't fit, they must
have quit. Yeah.
So this is very, very important to point out.
I watched a TikTok about him like doing something that swole his hands up, like he had arthritis or something, and stopped taking his meds.
No, it's
for like
because they made him put that glove on before he put the actual leather glove on. And those things
it's
are like
the plastic.
Yeah, those things are like
so when they did it,
medical glove for
also,
DNA. Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Also,
yeah, his defense made him wear that so his DNA wouldn't be in the glove.
And that's also part of it too. The the gloves as an exhibit. He didn't actually try on the supposed murder glove. It was a new pair that was similar to that size, and then he also had plastic gloves up underneath when he was trying the other leather glove on. And then here you got this shit going on. Looks like fucking
Edward Strong.
Edward Scissorhands out there, trying to get the shit on his hand. And that was kind of like the whole smoking gun in the situation. But the other thing, people a lot of times ask, well, wasn't there DNA and all that? Yeah, there was. So somehow they went ahead, because there was DNA apparently with the blood of Nicole Brown Simpson on the white Bronco and Ronald Goldman. What? They were on the white Bronco. Somehow the defense got that to be inadmissible as evidence because they were saying that the lab possibly contaminated it.
Well, why would it be on the Bronco? He didn't move their
But it
bodies
didn't matter. Well, because if he went in and stabbed them, he would have blood on his person.
Yeah, but you said it was his neighbor, so he would have walked there.
Yeah, well...
Talking about OJ. Like, blood on him and the Bronco would be...
Yeah, but
he was trying to get
drive there. Why would?
Well, that's why I don't know exactly how far away the townhouse was from
planted.
it. Yeah, well, and that was also part of the defense that was saying, "Oh, yeah, that was definitely."
If he had to drive across town to do it, I get it. But if it's his fucking neighbor that's catty-corner to him, he's not driving there.
I do know this from some of the research I did today that O.J. Simpson, they found
Kevin said he drove there.
Okay, so they found Nicole Brown Simpson.
He don't fucking know.
He's probably high as balls right now.
He's high as shit.
OJ, the same night they found the bodies, took a flight.
He probably thinks him and the Bronco was leaving the house. They were just chasing him.
He immediately left a late night plane out of LAX, flew to Chicago for a parent meeting. He then became a suspect, and they're waiting for OJ.
So he flew as like an alibi, pretty much.
I think that's really what it came down to. You know, if he asked around, like, hey, what do you know, I don't know if he let anybody know this. Maybe Kato Kalin back there in the fucking bungalow who was high off whatever the fuck he was doing. But just an absolute terrible witness.
Right.
So, yeah, the DNA was there. They said it was contaminated and or it was inadmissible because it was possible. And it was really early when you're talking about DNA samples. You know, you're talking about the early 90s.
Yeah.
You're talking, it was like really...
That's back when they could bring in like an expert.
Correct.
Which is
And they
somebody
did.
that they
And they
paid
did.
to just
They
say
did do
whatever
that.
the fuck they wanted to say.
Yep, the defense could call that guy and put doubt in the jury's mind. But also, I remember this specifically, it took them forever to, like, get a jury together. Like, because...
Or just to pick, probably.
Well, because you can, as defense...
Everybody was a Juice fan.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they had to bring it downtown, and the defense wanted to make sure that the whole trial was downtown, of course, where there's maybe more people that are
That's
of
insane.
OJ's descent, maybe?
When you're
I don't
dealing
know.
with like...
I don't know if I can say that.
When you're dealing with like a fucking like capital murder, like this guy's going to go away forever.
Yeah.
And they can hand select their jury. Like, how
Right.
fucked is that? You should just have 12 people. Or 11.
Gotta piss
whatever
already.
the fuck it is.
I may have the OJ
The juice
going
is
on.
about to go loose.
The juice is definitely loose. He looks more like a lemonade guy.
But yeah, that trial went on for fucking ever.
9 months. That's insane.
Yeah.
What the fuck did those people do? Don't they?
The
Well,
people in the trial,
Yeah,
or
don't any of the people on the jury
the
have a
jurors?
fucking job?
It is L.A.
Yeah, true. That was probably the first question they asked. Do you have a job?
Right.
This is going to take.
Well,
a
and
while.
they probably paid him for that extended period.
They don't get paid shit. I saw.
No, it's probably minimum wage or whatever it is.
Yeah, probably less than that, to be honest with you. Knowing our fucking criminal justice system.
Right. But like I said, you know, it's 30-some years ago in California. It was a little different then.
Yeah, for sure.
Still wacky, but...
It's literally 30 even years ago.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to be 32.
Yeah.
But,
He's affected.
God damn it, Sean. Well, I guess we should go ahead and move on to...
yeah, let's
the
move
next
on to our
topic.
next criminal.
Yes, Rashee Rice.
You want to talk about somebody else's, using traffic
Yeah.
obstacles.
Somebody else loves to drive and be pulled over.
Go ahead. You just want me to launch that video right now?
Yeah, go ahead. So Rashee Rice earlier this week, well, actually, I think it might have been yesterday, they went ahead and put out a warrant for Rashee Rice's arrest, who was just won a Super Bowl as a rookie with Kansas City Chiefs. And he goes back and gets one of his buddies from SMU, who is now a senior at SMU, and decides to go ahead and rent a Lamborghini and a Corvette. And instead of going out to some closed course,
You should drive those really fast.
down
Every time.
And if you've never driven to Dallas, through Dallas, which I have, but
I have too.
yeah, it's definitely a different experience. Go ahead though.
At least he did this
NFL
after they
wide
won the
receiver
Super Bowl,
Rashee
not
Rice
like,
has
True.
surrendered to police on 8 felony charges.
pretty much, yeah.
Just 24 hours after an arrest warrant was issued for him tied to this high-speed crash on a Dallas expressway last month. Rice admitted he was behind the wheel of one of the speeding cars that police say caused the 6-vehicle crash. The Super Bowl champ and another driver are charged with aggravated assault, collision involving serious bodily injury, and 6 counts of collision involving injury. Altogether, punishable by up to 35 years in prison and up to $25,000 in fines if convicted.
He's a young man that made a mistake.
Rice and his attorney have said they
He's
are
a young man
cooperating with
that got in a
authorities,
fast
and that
car.
Rice takes
Johnny
full
Cochran, is that you?
responsibility for his actions, which police say
If you
injured
can't
4
fit in the
people.
Lamborghini,
You guys all right? You guys just gonna leave it?
The
guys just
warrants
gonna
come
leave it?
nearly 2 weeks after the dangerous crash in which the NFL star left the scene,
He's just walking
investigators
away.
say.
Right.
Dallas
Man,
police
fuck
chief
this
said in a
guy.
statement that the investigation was thorough and fair. Meanwhile, the NFL says it is continuing to monitor all developments. We are just learning that Rice has
So there's literally a video of them
and is
walking
expected
away,
to bond out soon.
and he
Lester?
rented both of them.
Priscilla Thompson, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking
This is
news and
Dante
top
Stallworth
stories on the NBC
level
News
of-
app or follow us on social media.
Open and shut case.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love
open
that.
and shut. Absolutely. Well, that fucking sucks.
So
Now
Rasheed,
Kansas City needs a. Now Nick Wright has some more shit to talk about, I guess.
Right.
so Rasheed Rice, they immediately put out it. Now, he went ahead and turned himself in inside of the 24 hours. So we know that he went ahead and posted bond. He's out right now, $40,000 bond, which I thought that was really
if
kind
nobody
of small.
fucking died, who gives a fuck?
I
Fine him and be over with it.
okay.
Right.
Well,
Community
all right.
service.
Yeah, the dude should still play football. Absolutely.
And take his
Jesus.
driver's license.
What do you mean? Oh, jeez, they fucking wrecked. How many times? I've done that 1,000 fucking times. I just didn't wreck.
Hold on a minute.
You're just a better
Thanks for
driver.
pulling
Yeah,
up.
it's not like he did something like he was not Henry Ruggs. Like nobody died.
Right. Wasn't hammered going 130
you know
in a
what?
residential
That's funny
area.
that you brought up the whole Henry Ruggs
Because
situation.
then he get like 8 years or something, if that.
Yeah, he's in prison. He's for involuntary manslaughter.
But it was for 8 years, not fucking. I mean, it's up to 35.
It's up
They're not
to
gonna,
35.
They're
not
not
gonna
gonna,
give him
no
the-
fucking
Yeah,
way.
I mean, obviously they're probably going to try to. You know, his lawyer and I'm sure all his people are trying to tell him like, hey, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just have you turn yourself in.
Just take a plea for whatever.
For whatever, but he's going to get something. And I mean, I know he's only like 23, 24 years old, but if he misses the league,
I mean, he might do like 6 months or some shit. I don't
Really?
think he's done playing football. There's no fucking way.
all right.
Nobody died. Nobody gives a shit.
No,
if
he
you
could
wreck
get.
and nobody
He could
dies.
definitely be cut and maybe miss a year, but it's not like he can.
Yeah, he'll be back.
All right. So you think it's going to be more like a Michael Vick sentence?
Probably.
Well, and Michael. Yeah, people were involved, but there's no deaths. There's no major
Injuries or nothing. It was two dudes racing and they wrecked. Fucking let that be that.
Yeah. All
Take-
right. So
take his
you're on
license.
the side of Rasheed Rice.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
it's not like a side thing. It's just if
he
he
wasn't.
murdered
If they
someone,
were,
then
if they were like fucking hammered and people died, then yeah, nail them to the wall. But that's not
Right.
what happened.
Well, let me ask you this: we know Rasheed Rice.
so we know.
So
Right.
we know.
We know Rasheed
Well,
Rice.
if there was alcohol involved, it
We
would be
probably know.
fucking.
Yeah.
We would know.
Yeah.
And he didn't go in until a fucking full day later, so alcohol is not involved
Okay.
because they can't.
So we
prove
know Rasheed Rice was a rookie this last season, won a Super Bowl. I said that. All of a sudden, now you decide to go ahead and rent two different cars from some fucking obscure lot.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I want to know: if you have that kind of money, why are you not just going and getting your buddy from SMU and let's just go on a closed course somewhere?
I would absolutely do exactly what he did. I would do the exact same thing. They're fine if they literally just don't wreck.
But then they left the scene of the crime.
That's pretty fucked.
That's bad.
But they've never had to do anything their whole life.
Okay.
They think, we'll just leave, we'll get out of it.
That's there. You know how many
You
video?
gotta think, Rasheed Rice, since he was 13, has been a star athlete. He's never had to do anything. He's never even done his own fucking schoolwork, probably.
So
that dude just thinks, I'll get the fuck out of here.
Well,
Fuck
they
up
were just
20
walking away. It's not like they ran away, was it?
Well, but everybody has a
They are on a fucking highway.
They are on a fucking freeway in Dallas.
Yeah, who says they like fully left either?
Well, they had them on the dash cam. Somebody else was over there with. Everybody has a fucking video.
I know,
Everybody has
but
a
you
cam.
want to get off the fucking highway. You're not just gonna
One guy
stand
on a
there.
video was talking about. He was talking about you think you're okay when he was talking about. I think it was his buddy from SMU who hasn't graduated yet. You know, another receiver that was here. That's where Rasheed Rice came from. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm good. As he just keeps fucking walking. They just keep walking.
He's probably freaking out.
They didn't care if anybody was hurt. It was 6 cars, including the 2 that they rented.
Yeah. I mean, they're entitled. They've been entitled their whole life.
So you admit they do feel entitled.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
and
that's
you
what
said,
I'm saying. If
And
I
they
was
are.
them, I would have done the same exact thing.
He's gonna have a great lawyer.
Yes.
This thing's gonna be trimmed down.
This is just the world.
But what kind of precedent do you set here?
What do you mean?
If the guy only goes like 6 months, or he gets off with a huge
Any
ass
normal,
fine.
regular ass person, that's all that would happen to them.
Okay.
This is just hyped up because he won a Super Bowl.
Or he's
you'd barely hear
he's
about
an
this
NFL
shit.
athlete.
If the Chiefs sucked, you'd barely fucking hear about this shit.
All right.
Well, even if he wasn't an NFL player, there would be a wreck like this, and it would just go into the ether.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough.
He'd get a reckless endangerment. And
Now, he's probably going to get sued by whoever he hit.
Dude, I went to an Indians game once. Kyler Huss was with me. We went to the bar after. Leaving the bar, we're going down East 9th, and players are pulling out because it's like an hour and a half after the game. We get behind a red Ferrari and a carbon GTR.
Okay.
Get right on 71. The GTR's in front of the Ferrari. We're right behind them. You know how when you get on right there at East 9th on 71, there is a giant median.
Yes.
With the white stripes.
Rightfully
red
so.
Ferrari, straight across it. Gone.
That's a terrible place to try to merge. Oh, yeah.
It was Cookie doing 170.
Who was
Carrasco.
it? Carrasco?
Yeah.
Wow.
Doing 100 and at least 140.
All right.
Because they get off they get off right there at 480. So he went right around the GTR. Boom, gone. Those dudes do that shit all the fucking time.
But they didn't wreck.
They didn't wreck. That's what I'm saying. All that happened is they actually wrecked.
Right. And which that changes the whole thing.
Exactly,
because if they didn't wreck and then
they just wrecked. They fucking
but they also left the scene of the crime.
That does change.
That's bad.
Yeah.
And they had,
but they don't fucking. I guarantee you, those kids have been so spoiled. They don't even fucking know.
Yeah, because it wasn't like they were booking it out of there. They were just walking.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the fact that you don't think he should be punished. For him leaving.
They're not
it's just
gonna get 35 fucking years.
No. I agree with you. I don't think it's gonna be 35 years.
He might not even go to jail at all.
Wow. We should put a bet on that. You and I. We should put a bet on that.
But hey, to continue my other story.
Go ahead though.
So me and Kyler get right up beside this GTR, windows down. See like the head, he's talking to some hot ass bitch.
Sure.
Turns over, just Frankie smiling. Just clean.
Really?
Yeah. We're like, Frankie! We're yelling out the fucking window. He just smiles, puts his hood up, gone. Gets off on 480 to go back to their rich people houses.
Fucking
sure.
Miles rolled a goddamn.
Cool as fuck.
But they weren't racing another car though.
Miles
right?
wrecked his Porsche doing the same shit,
well,
and nothing
true.
happened.
That's true. Okay, that's true.
Nobody else was involved. That's it.
Right. There wasn't 5 other cars.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm saying it's what happened is bad, but you're like acting like they evaded and eluded. They fucking literally probably didn't even know. They've never had to deal with.
And that's
this
what
shit.
the lawyer's talking about. He's saying, these are 23
dumbass kids.
22. That's what the lawyer's saying. These are a couple dumb kids. And
but this is a 22-year-old that is intellectually probably lower than a normal 22-year-old because he's never had to do anything.
Right.
Everything's been handed to him.
Will he get his license at least suspended for his life and just have people tote him around?
Probably a year.
And tell me if I'm wrong. I was thinking about this. The Andy Reid's son.
That no one ever talks about.
Right.
Did he get a Dewey and wreck into some people?
Is it funny or ironic that this is happening to the Chiefs organization? Then you have this happen to... Yeah. All right.
Like, before we draft you, do you drive fast?
How do you drive?
I don't know.
If you drive fast, don't do it drunk. And you're like, okay, why did I rent this Lamborghini then?
Rashee Rice really came on, halfway.
That's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He really came on for the second half of the season when the Chiefs were struggling on offense, and we never really seen this. So now,
this is just being made into a bigger deal than it is.
All right,
he's
good enough.
Won the Super Bowl. He's having fun with his friend. I don't blame him for 1 second.
All right. He's good enough.
Is that what the issue was?
No, I was just seeing if I had any.
Oh, that's fine.
Any messages on my.
Let's move along then. We're getting off. We're going to agree to disagree on Rashee Rice. But Browns news today was yesterday, I believe. Nick Chubb and the Browns have decided to restructure Nick Chubb's contract. This is While Nick Chubb can earn back all of the money he agreed to convert from base salary to incentives, the star running back salary cap hit has been lowered from $15.85 million to a measly $6.275 million. So Andrew Berry and company have reduced his cap hit by over half, and now freeing up more cap space for this upcoming season. All hail Andrew Berry and Batman, right?
So his incentives has to be just wildly low.
That's probably hit 1,000 yards playing 14 games, I bet.
But that's just kind of fucking him.
But Nick Chubb's all about it to agree to it.
So they're just doing it just for the salary cap hit?
Absolutely.
So I feel like his incentives have to be just insanely low.
Right, and they're moving
you
some
still
of that
are
money
getting around that loophole.
They're still moving some of that money till next year.
I feel like
maybe.
I feel like if it's incentive,
probably.
Unless,
Probably.
well, once he hits, they're going to resign him, and then
they
might even do it before the season.
If
honestly.
you make it,
this is a good indication they're going to resign him right here.
I feel like if you make it incentive based, that's your loophole to lower your cap hit.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to fuck Chubb over. They're probably set the incentives
No, this
insanely low.
Like it's actually a friendly deal.
They're resigning him.
Yeah,
I know that's what I'm saying though. They're not going to hit him with like, you got to get 1,000 yards because then if he gets injured again, he's fucked.
Right.
So for him to even restructure,
none of this money that was left on this contract was guaranteed.
Even better.
So he just got $6 million that wasn't guaranteed that now is.
And I guarantee you his incentives are crazy, stupid low.
It's probably 6 tutties, maybe 700 yards or something.
Yeah,
right,
something like that.
So
or just take a snap in the NFL.
But regardless, it's not going against the cap money.
That's
exactly
that's what I'm saying. That's the loophole they found.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's
but they want to keep Chubb around, so they're not going to fuck him over.
Sure. And we talked about this last week. We're not really sure if Nick Chubb is going to be ready to go at the beginning of the season.
He has what? This is last year of his contract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they'll probably re-sign him halfway through next year if he's healthy and performing.
That honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they re-signed him in training camp. This might be something just to move some money around, off the cap.
That he's healthy, yeah. Yeah, because they can even restructure the restructure they just did.
Well, they just extend it.
Yeah.
Because it's the last year, and then you could move even more money down the road.
Like it.
I don't have this in the rundown, but apparently the Browns today moved offensive tackle Watson to the Tennessee Titans for a 7th rounder.
I've seen that.
Also. So was it?
Who?
Yeah, right. That's what I thought. I'm like,
who the
what
fuck
are we
is
talking
that?
Practice
about?
squad guy.
Yeah, okay. For a 7th rounder.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's because I think we only have 6 or 7 picks right now.
Right. So are they trying to get? Here's my question: Is Andrew Berry in his mind? Is he trying to accumulate more picks to possibly package picks together to move up?
To move up to get an elite
wide receiver, linebacker.
You brought
to
up
now deal with another athletic quarterback.
You brought up Keon Coleman too. I mean, we talked about Xavier Leggett.
I'd rather go linebacker at this point after the Steelers sign.
Well, stay tuned. So, also being reported now that former linebacker Junior Colson could potentially be targeted as a potential draft pick in day 2 of the draft, according to Pro Football Focus.
That's what we need.
Who is it?
Junior Colson out of the cheating U of M school.
We just need another very athletic.
Brown.
I like Jordan Hicks.
Yeah.
We have JOK. I think Tony Fields is.
JOK in his last year of his
Devin
contract.
Bush is pretty athletic, right?
Yeah.
Like speed-wise.
Yeah, I mean,
I just want that shirt up because now for 4 games of the year we're facing a quarterback that's very mobile.
And I think it's important.
6 games.
I think it's important to pull out.
Not Burrow.
You're right.
I think it's important to point out too.
Burrow's a system quarterback. I'll stand behind that.
I like that actually. I really do like that.
Yeah.
You got some kid from Washington.
You got Jake Browning throwing for fucking 380 and 4 touchdowns every game he's in.
So
big trash. That's garbage.
Yeah, exactly. I do love Joey B though.
Oh, I do too. I hate to admit it, but I do love him. But also, the Browns are ranked 27th in rushing defense from last year. That was a Pro Football Focus stat.
Oh, Football Focus? I was going to say actual rushing yards, I doubt heavily.
But it's the fact that we played Lamar twice that is heavily weighed on our rushing defense.
Well, and there was like 3 games last year that they did not play rush defense at all. Then
Yeah,
They made some
Colts.
adjustments, and then
Who ran all over us? Texans.
Ravens the first time.
Yeah, Ravens did too.
Okay.
Colts. Texans didn't do shit. Well, and then there's some of that where we had our starters out in that game.
I thought the Texans ran all over us.
Well, they might have done that.
With Singletary.
Not in the playoffs.
Well,
in the regular.
In the regular, in that game.
I feel like they had their highest rushing game all year against us.
They didn't have a offensive touchdown until the fourth quarter when we took our starters out.
I'm just saying yards wise. I feel like they ran
He had one
all
big
over
run,
us.
but I don't think that was. There was a
What
whole lot.
team ran the fuck all over us? It was their highest rushing game of the year.
Colts, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Because Minshew had like 60
touchdowns.
yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
Minshew, and then
I could have swore it was the Texans though.
Well, there was the.
We gave up a lot of points.
Well,
a lot of points in yards that went for miles in that Colts game.
Seahawks, maybe? Because Geno didn't really have a great
No,
day.
because I don't think what's his face was even playing. I don't think Walker was even playing.
He might have been out. Oh yeah, was that that running back Charbonnet, right?
Yeah, Charbonnet.
I mean, yeah, the road defense wasn't good, so it pretty much. I know the one game we lost at home against Baltimore, the run defense wasn't good, but
everything's up in the air right now. We're like 14 days away from the draft. I think we should probably do a live for the draft. I don't know if you guys want to do it. I'd love to do a live. That's right. You're going to be at. Yeah. We should definitely. Yeah, I think we should do a live for the draft. I love it. I mean, it's
it'd be nice to see if we need to try this out when you get there. If we can do a Skype or something.
Well, yeah, that's true. But even regardless, we could probably.
Oh no, it wasn't the Texans.
Do a live.
They only had like 70 yards rushing.
Look at the Colts then.
I don't know, who the fuck was it?
Because it wasn't Najee Harris.
I know the Colts had. There was another one. I feel
and
like.
The Steelers. I mean, Lamar.
They had the one run.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but Lamar had a cup. Yeah, game 2 or game 3 of the season. Well, 4. Game 4 of the season. Yeah, I mean, they had their way with us. But
yeah, that was the one time me and him left early.
Oh yeah,
it was warranted.
Yeah.
Nothing stupid.
Oh, it was the kid from Baltimore who only touched the ball like 6 times, and you were like, "Who's this?"
Oh
guy?
yeah. The second time we played him.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I'm trying to remember that too.
The little dude.
Yeah.
He had 2 rushes for like 94 yards.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Right. Which it's easy to run the ball when you've blown the fucking game wide open too.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's not, dismiss.
Who
all
won that game
either.
again?
The fucking Baltimore by a mile.
Oh no, the second time.
Second time. Yeah. So all right. So what do you think? I mean, everything's going back to the draft. Everybody's floating around with their big board. I guess the linebacker core.
Broncos is who it was. It was the Broncos.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
they had their best rushing game of the season against us.
All right.
It was stupid. They had like 240 yards rushing or something.
Ooh,
yeah, it was embarrassing.
Damn.
Yeah, and Russ I think had 2 rushing touchdowns in that game too.
Yeah, they kicked our dicks in.
Perfect. All right, so Russ put the Gardner.
Biner fumbled in the end zone. God damn it.
Fuck it. All right. So, what do you guys think? I mean, according to Pro Football Focus, this is 5th on the list for need for the Browns is linebacker, and the linebackers.
That's way higher than 5th.
No. I mean, that's fifth need for the Browns according to their hierarchy.
Need. I think it's 2nd or 1st.
I mean, O line for the Browns
is
like, I think it's ranked 1 or 2.
Really?
From what I read, yeah.
I mean, maybe for futures, but
and offensive tackle.
They stay healthy, they're fine.
Yeah, offensive tackle.
They never do.
OL. Let's put OL in there.
I could see that being top 2.
Yeah,
we want another receiver, but we don't really need another receiver.
Right.
Well, if you can get a good receiver like that in the second round, I think it would be great because who knows if they're going to pay Amari. He's going to be 30, 31. I think he's still got some good football left in him after this year.
I don't think he gets like a max contract.
No. If he wants to stay here for $20 million a year, hell yeah.
For sure.
Fucking sign me up. But
okay.
He's in multiple DBs, like top 5 wideouts.
Yeah. He could go for, I know actually he's going to go for another 1,300 yards and probably 8 touchdowns next year.
We know he's going to his last year of his contract.
Health. Yeah.
Right? Last year of the contract.
Mm-hmm.
If we could pick up old fucking hillbilly boy though in the second, I wouldn't be mad about that.
Yes. and I want
Fuck's
him.
that dude's name?
Gardner Minshew?
Like it.
No.
Raiders got him.
Like it.
Oh, like it. Oh, yeah.
And he should be the only one giving press conferences.
Fuck, I don't know about that. I just went out there and caught football.
Random Mouse 2.0.
I love it. I love it. Junior Colson, I hate to admit it, but I kind of...
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, linebacker for
I haven't
Michigan.
done any research at all.
He is...
I'll probably do it like the week before the draft, so it's fresh, because I forget shit fast.
Sure.
It's all this shit. I can't remember anything.
But, all right. But it is like fifth on the Browns hierarchy to draft a linebacker.
I think they should be higher than fifth.
And the fact that we just signed Hicks, like you said, right? We got Devin Bush, another Michigan guy, Junior Colson, also from Michigan. I don't know if that has anything to play with it or not. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Well, you know Barry's going to go SEC Big Ten.
Well,
95%.
It's not like Devin Bush and Colson even fucking know each other.
Well,
Bush was what?
I like the linebackers that we have only because
2019.
But he was
maybe?
their first round pick.
I know. But
They
I'm
traded
just
up
saying
on-
they wouldn't know each other. They weren't there.
Right.
Michigan at the
Well,
same
we
time.
didn't really know. Right. But, Jerry Jeudy also kind of looks up to Amari Cooper, too.
God, why do we? I never got to speak on that. Why the fuck did we pay him so much money?
Ryan and I talked about this. We had a disagreement. I don't believe
Who
that they
agreed
should
that
have.
you should? Yeah.
No, I disagree.
So Ryan is wrong.
I
is what we're
disagree
saying.
that you. I think
We'll
you
see how
should
that
at
goes.
least. And I hope it goes
So,
well.
this
as
is my
being a Browns
argument.
fan. Go ahead.
You're not paying him wide receiver 1 money. You're barely paying him wide receiver 2 money. He's 24 years old, and he gets like 14.5 yards a catch in Denver with some of the worst quarterback play in the league over the last 3 years.
What I was seeing is on why they maybe did it was to reset the market like they like to do. Just so if you traded Justin Jefferson, he's going to want fucking $40 million a year now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That
They did the same thing with Watson. They reset the quarterback market.
Right.
So
You're
that
not
was
really
my theory on why we paid Jerry Jeudy so much.
They reset it at the time.
Yeah.
But what part of Ryan's argument is,
we gave Njoku top 3 tight end money
Yes.
before he did anything really.
and he feels as if we're going to get him at a steal later down the road when
That's
people
what I'm saying.
don't talk about it.
Resetting the
Correct.
market.
Like they did with Watson. Because when you look at Watson's contract now,
It's not. He's what, like top 6 paid quarterback now?
and the guaranteed money.
It's
the
like
important-
9th.
Really?
Okay. All right. I don't care about any of this other shit. I care about the guaranteed money. That's really
well,
what we're
everything
looking
is
at,
becoming
right?
guaranteed money now.
Yeah. But I mean, at
But
the time,
41 guaranteed for 3 years. That's 15.5 mil.
I just would have rather.
Not a lot of money.
And I hope that it turns out the way that you're saying.
Even if he gets 800 yards a year with 5 touchdowns, that's
He's
enough
definitely
for that
a
money.
talent. Hopefully, the change of scenery is good for him.
I think it will be, and he doesn't have to overly produce for it to be worth it. But if he produces like our next one,
And when we play
then
the
you're-
Steelers, he's going to go the fuck off because Russ plays for the Steelers.
Yeah.
And I feel like he hates Russ.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like, Sierra was at Diddy's house.
Oh, there's
Fuck
videos.
that motherfucker.
There's videos of him like screaming for the ball in the end zone.
Oh, no.
Dude, like,
Yeah.
is that Baker?
I just.
Let's ride!
Here's my biggest hang-up. The Broncos already gave him his 5th-year option. Why not let him play half the season unless you're trying
I don't like what they did.
Unless you're trying to project out there, and this, Ryan, you and I talked about this too. Unless you're trying to be the Browns and say, you know what, come and play for fucking Cleveland. We pay guys ahead of time, just to try to get guys here.
That's a gangster move.
Yeah, I mean that's
Well,
Andrew Berry.
I like that.
Right?
It's culture thing there. I also think they're like, you know what? There's too much riding on this year. Let's not have the pressure of this guy having to play for a contract. Let's give him a mid-market deal for 3 years. We have him locked up. He's not even 25. And
He's still that young?
he's 24.
Holy shit.
So, I get the concerns, because if he goes out there and does nothing, then that you're fucked.
Right.
I mean, you're not
This-
fucked, but
we're
it
literally
sucks.
living through it right now with Deshaun.
But we
So
just
let's
went
do
to the
it
playoffs.
twice. Yeah, but that's not
Well,
because of
we're
Deshaun.
also living through Njoku, who turned out to be
Great.
All-pro tight end.
Pro bowler.
Yeah.
True.
I love it. I'm just.
I mean,
saying,
if Judy
it
comes
doesn't
out,
work-
And that's not the Deshaun equivalent at all.
I know, but it is position relevant to the same scenario.
But the money isn't.
I know.
You could get around that cap hit.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I want him to be good. I think he can be good. I think the change of scenery would be very good for him. But if it fucks up again, it looks very fucking stupid.
Well, yeah, but they're making moves that they can make. Now, we talked about the Stephon Diggs trade. They didn't give very much up for him draft capital-wise. But we kind of talked about that, too. He's in his 30s.
Second round 2025.
Right. He's in his 30s. He's a fucking dickhead in the locker room. And
An
how long is he going to
guy
be good?
is how I label
Who
it.
you guys talking about?
Stephon Diggs going to the Texans.
Diggs.
Yeah.
Oh, I had mine out with Diggs last time I was on.
All right.
His
Okay.
last 8 games. Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude, big trick. Yeah, hit it up.
And I think the Bills, regardless of the cap hit, with the whole
That's garbage.
with Von Miller and that whole contract debacle
fuck
that
that.
was with the
Same
Bills.
That's where I don't want to be, is paying a 34-year-old defensive end $90
never
million
plays.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
That was when I seen that, I'm like, first of all, if you want to give him 30 a year, okay, but 5-year contract.
But now you have Gabe Davis that's gone. Now you have Stephon Diggs that's fucking gone, and
Allen's contract hasn't even hit the point of it really being
But you're
huge.
still
Dude,
paying.
ever
You're still
since-
paying
Yeah.
Von. You're still paying Von Miller.
Ever since halfway through last season, Buffalo has been scrambling, and now they've done it again. They can't beat the Chiefs, so they're in for just a fucking restructure.
Although you're not.
And
you're
yeah,
still
they're
gonna
going to
have
be
Josh
9-10
Allen.
win team anyway, right?
Or Jared Cook, right?
Yeah, but
Because,
I mean that's
he's
when you
there.
have a quarterback.
Cook's not getting paid yet. He's only on his.
No. But I mean, Dalton Kincaid also was. I mean, are you saying that Dalton Kincaid's going to be the new Travis Kelce? I mean, he had a hell of a rookie
They're
season.
They're going to have to.
He's
operate,
good.
They're going to have to operate like the Chiefs.
Right.
He's going to have to make
great
plays.
point. That's the point I'm getting at.
And they're going to have to play great defense,
So-
which they just got rid of a shit ton of their defenders too.
So the
did.
Bills are going
They cut
to the Bills are going to go out
3
and they're going to
DBs.
try to use the draft and steal a wide receiver, right?
Which they've done a pretty good job of drafting.
Okay. Or trading.
And they're
for
like with
Stephon
Josh
Diggs.
Allen, they're going to win at least 8 or 9 games. Like that's where they're going to be. It might take them some time to recoup their cap hits and shit to really reload again. But last year should have been their shot.
Right.
Because the Chiefs were, even though they won it all, they were beatable.
And it was in Buffalo. Let's not forget that.
Right.
You
Let's not
you
forget
had them where that you wanted them.
Yeah.
The whole Bills.
I think the whole league just has to face the fact that Patrick Mahomes plays in this league. So
right.
Have fun.
Well, and they have a great defense.
That's great. That's a good point. Let's bring this up too. How about Tom Brady? Apparently on the McAfee show, he had him earlier this week talking about that he wouldn't be opposed to possibly throwing the little nugget out there of coming back in the league.
Oh, that'd be sick.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't want
If
to
he
put
had
the
the right,
Browns, but
no, if he had the right situation.
Well, if we
basically
have
him on the
another
McAfee
7
show.
injuries.
So what is the right situation for him? Pittsburgh?
Well,
Fuck
and
that.
McAfee
I don't want to deal with that.
brought up,
San Fran?
Colts.
yeah, he brought up the Niners again.
They're not coming off Brock Purdy.
No, that'd
That's
be stupid.
disrespectful.
Yeah, but for Tom Brady,
Colts.
Well, with Tom Brady and San, that's why fuck up all the money they have to.
They
to
literally
earn.
have young Tom Brady
And it
already
wasn't.
anyways.
Yeah,
Just
it wasn't.
let him go.
It wasn't really Brock Purdy's fault they lost that game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been great in the playoffs.
yeah,
Already got to a
I'm
Super
putting
Bowl.
it on Kyle, which I've been down on him forever.
If you're
Fuck-
talking about a
fuck that
team
guy.
he could just go on and win, yes, but they're not just going to bail on Brock Purdy. Like
No. I heard Raiders.
Before Atlanta took Kirk, I
Doesn't
could see
he
that.
own part of the Raiders now?
Yeah, well, that's what he was talking about. He's like, I don't know if the NFL would let me.
Right.
Which I don't know why. As long as you're playing for the team that you own.
Well, I know you guys
I
are.
don't see it for the Raiders.
I know
Their
you,
offensive line is
I know you guys are big Brady guys. Of course,
Yeah, sure.
I'm not.
He's
All
the
right.
GOAT.
And
That's
it's
why
fine.
we like him.
He's the GOAT.
Fuck.
Until for like another 7 or 8 years, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Because Mahomes,
Mahomes
he's
going to be
hot on his heels.
So he's going to be O.J. Simpson. He's still going to be the fucking GOAT. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just if Patrick Mahomes passes him, he passes him. I don't
No,
know.
I thought you said Tom Brady was the next. He's the GOAT for the next
8 years. Yeah, till Mahomes
so
catches him.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. No, I thought you were
Mahomes
talking.
isn't
I thought you were
the
talking
GOAT.
about an age.
No.
Like Brady's gonna be like
No.
getting his fucking golden Buckeye card.
Brady
He's still gonna
is
be the
forever the GOAT until Mahomes passes him.
All right.
That's the timeline right now.
Okay.
Because Mahomes absolutely can and probably will.
And to Brady's credit, he asked him also about Mahomes and him having a problem possibly with Mahomes. A lot of people deeming Mahomes as the new GOAT.
He's absolutely on his way.
Right.
Okay.
He literally is.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
It's a different style of football that is for sure that everybody's going to talk about. It was rougher back then, which it literally was.
So are we going down the LeBron and Jordan thing here? Like it was.
I think it's closer than that.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, and it's a different sport.
Yeah.
Like the context always matters.
It does.
And Brady played in the same era. They played together.
They
Brady
played a lot closer together.
Brady literally did beat him, and Brady's the old guy.
In Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Right.
Brady's the old guy.
So Brady's always going to be in that conversation. Now, if Pat hits 5 rings and gets a bunch more MVPs, it's going to be hard to
not.
He's got a match. That I don't like the Jordan debate with just because of all LeBron's stats.
Right.
But Brady has 7 rings. That is gigantic.
And
more
got
gigantic
one
than
in his
Jordan
40s.
6?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, football's way harder to
get a championship.
Yeah, because there's 12 like good teams that could win every year. 12
Well, and the
teams.
NFL has done this though. They've made the parity built in the system of the
And
NFL.
the NBA's really never had that kind of parity.
Right.
Everyone's always like, "Oh, the East was so hard back then." Oh, the 48 win Pistons.
Yeah.
Like, go fuck yourself.
I mean, you had John Stockton and Carl the Mailman.
Yeah, and Ostertag. When that's one of your best. When one of the best players on your team has a crew cut and shops at Old Navy, I think.
Let's not forget, we're going to go down this Jordan rabbit hole here, but let's not forget that also Jordan was put out, again, where I'm going to remind everybody, in his first 7 seasons before Scottie Pippen, by Isaiah Thomas and Bill Laimbeer. Bill Laimbeer, I watched that guy. I mean, he was just
I just saw
fucking hacking
meme
machine.
about it today.
Yeah,
Like
probably
this-
one we put out.
It was, I think you posted it.
I
It was
think-
LeBron
That's
flexing and
yeah.
then Bill beside him. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's no way this guy would guard him at all.
Well, and it's funny to me because it's like
LeBron could play purely left-handed against that guy, and Jordan didn't even have a left hand.
Right.
So.
Big trash.
Yes.
Yes.
Big trash. That's garbage.
Well, and to me, it's like everyone's talking like LeBron's career has only spanned the last 3 years. This is the softest league ever. It's like, well, first of all, you have to guard 30 feet outside the rim.
And he went to the flop, LeBron, just to get calls because
Right.
he wasn't getting calls.
He literally came in the league the year after Mike retired with the Wizards. Is the same rules.
Yeah.
And he came out at 18 years old getting 20 a game.
Can I interject this part too? The Jordan Wizards was hard to watch.
Yeah.
It was really, really fucking hard
This
to
dude's
watch.
getting fucking 30 a night.
LeBron's older and is top 4 in the league still.
And way more efficient.
Yeah.
And still has
The Jordan-
plenty of vertical.
The Jordan-LeBron debate isn't even relevant anymore.
That's
It's really not. It hasn't really been relevant for like
It's
3
just
years.
6 reigns. That's all they'll say. It's like, it's the only argument I
It's
need,
only-
Sean.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
It's just, yeah.
But
you
still,
have to switch teams. Like,
like-
okay, well, he won championships with 3 different teams.
Yeah,
Meaning, and he was the best
NBA
player.
is kind of crazy though, because it's Jordan and LeBron, and nobody's close. Everybody says Kobe, but not really.
Right.
I think Steph's closer than Kobe.
Steph's making a mark. And if KD hadn't gone
KD's just
to
a
the
bitch.
Warriors,
He's
yeah.
a bitch, dude. KD is a hoe.
Yeah, that's kind of like the ultimate.
KD's just too fragile. He could have been there.
And like, to me, like, to one-on-one, that'd be the hardest person to beat. Over
KD?
LeBron,
Oh,
over
yeah.
Mike. You got a 7-footer, 240 that can shoot from 40
And
feet.
has handles.
Has handles.
Yeah.
Defensively, he's huge.
He's 7 foot tall.
Yeah. Like that dude was blessed.
You know, I was thinking about this a little bit too. Jordan, even in his heyday, is he playing all 5?
No.
Okay.
Never.
Fucking debate's over then.
He would play 1 through 3. There's no way he could play it like consistently.
But
guard
LeBron
the floor.
can, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The good debate's over.
LeBron
right?
can triple-double from any position he's playing on the
Thank
court.
you. I was just thinking
any
about
position.
The 2010 Cavs are perfect examples of who made that team a 66-win team the year before.
Yeah.
And then Mike leaves the Bulls and they lose
55.
2 more games.
Or 50,
The other thing
they went from 55 to 52 wins.
Yes.
Without Michael Jordan.
Right.
And almost went. They were a game away from going
Yeah,
to
the Cavs went from 66 to 13.
the 1 seed to the worst team in the
Enough to
league
get the number 1 overall lottery pick.
for the
right?
next
get
3
Kyrie
years.
Irving.
For the next
Perfect.
3 fucking years.
Kyrie comes in and
It's
I
not
agree.
close.
The other thing is too.
The debate's over.
When remind me,
And the
I
Heat
may,
were trash after
I
that.
may big trash. I might be incorrect about this too. Was there a lot of players that went to meet Jordan with the Washington Wizards?
No.
Like LeBron pulls to
Well,
wherever
and
he goes?
he pulled in a lot of veterans in that last year for them to make a run.
And?
They didn't even make the playoffs.
Oh. Forgot. I forgot about that. What age was he then? 37?
38, 39.
38. Oh, okay. All right.
LeBron's going to play till he's like 42.
He said maybe next year is his last, but it's
No
like, dude,
way.
if you're
fucking
still out
way.
there dominating, why?
Which I will give it to Jordan. Like shit nowadays, as far as your health is way fucking better.
But he was
So-
supposedly
Thank
a hard
you.
worker.
Thank you.
But he was such a hard worker.
Because of the innovation of the athlete, right?
LeBron has the perks of that, absolutely.
Well, and he also wasn't gambling and drinking, playing 18 holes before games either.
Yeah, playing 36 holes and drunk, showing up to play the game.
Right. Trying to win money to go ahead and pay off his
Which
dad's gambling.
I like Jordan better for that.
Yeah,
to be
no,
honest
dude,
with
and
you. LeBron's a fucking Boy Scout. Fucking
the vitriol
nerd.
for me for the Jordan thing is just how dumb some of the Jordan arguments are. And then people are like, I don't even have LeBron in my top 10. I'm like, excuse me?
You are retarded.
The guy's been in the finals half of his career.
9 years straight, right?
Was it 9 straight?
I think it's
9
eight,
straight,
8
10
at
overall.
least. Okay.
Because 07.
Yeah, and that's 22 years old, leading a trash fucking team to the finals.
And he would have. I'm thinking of 2011 when the Mavs won. He would have won.
2007.
Other than Dirk just being amazing.
Yeah,
Well, and
2007.
that was the first year that team was put together in Miami.
Yeah.
And they didn't really have a lot. They had the big 3. They didn't really have much else. So it's like,
This is the only stat you need. LeBron's first year with 3 different teams, they went to the finals.
Yeah.
He's
and
not
then the first
he's
year,
not the GOAT, though.
The first year
Right.
that he left, they were garbage.
Yeah.
Even
Garbage.
the Heat with
Lottery
Chris
team.
Bosh and Dwayne Wade.
They're a lottery team.
Lottery team.
Literally. Goes to the Heat, finals.
Well, and I think a lot
Goes back to the Cavs, finals.
Right. I think a lot
Goes
of people.
to LA, finals.
They also get hung up with the whole decision thing, and I think at the
It
time
took a lot of that. Took a lot of time for us Cleveland fans to get over that.
Oh, I hated it.
Yeah.
The
I still
whole
watch
purple,
them in
white
Miami.
checkered shirt and all that bullshit.
I still
hated
watch
that
him in
shit.
Miami.
But it's like it wipes everything clean when he comes
Came
back
back.
to Cleveland, right?
And won it.
And won it.
And if it wasn't for fucking KD, you'd probably have 3 here.
Right.
Yes.
And it wasn't for Kyrie blowing his knee out and Kevin Love getting his arm ripped out of his socket against Boston.
You know, Kelly
Olynyk.
Olynyk.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It just one of
That
those
Mick
two.
bastard.
Yeah, if one of those two played for
Yeah.
that whole series, they would have won. Fucking Dellavedova is your number 2.
They
and you
got
take it 6
swiped,
games.
though.
Let's not even talk about Dellavedova. How about the 07 Cavs, right?
Yeah.
And you had Boobie Gibson.
Well, if Larry Hughes would have been healthy, that might have been a different
It could have been.
series.
And they weren't picked. I mean, let's be
Who won
honest.
that year? They
Spurs.
Spurs.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Tim
still
Duncan,
a
right?
fucking-
They were a dynasty.
That's a dynasty team. Yeah.
Right. Manu Ginobili
They won 3.
and
There's
Tim
like
Duncan.
4 dynasty teams, and those
That
Spurs
was-
are one of them.
They won at 99, 03, and then
Yeah.
that was their third
I mean,
of that
Popovich,
dynasty.
yeah, absolutely.
Tim Duncan in his prime, Parker in his prime, Ginobili,
Dude,
all
Parker, or
Mike
Tim Duncan,
Finley.
Tim Duncan is in multiple people's top 5 players ever.
Do you feel like he's underrated?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I do too.
I think he's the best power forward of all time.
Yeah, but he could have played the center too.
Yeah,
he was like he was like a center mix before he was that.
He was
guy.
a 4-5.
Yeah, 4-5, right?
But I label him power forward. He's my best power forward of all time.
Duncan is.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure. I mean, 5 rings, and he was longevity. I mean, till year 18, I think he was.
No Larry Bird in there, huh?
He's a small forward, isn't he?
It might have been. You might be right about that.
And he's definitely not better than LeBron.
But he's not better than Tim Duncan either.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, come on. Let's just. The 2000s era and beyond has produced way more talent.
Dude,
now,
literally, without Tim Duncan, LeBron could be the best power forward and small forward ever in the league.
and he's probably the best shooting guard and point guard ever.
We'll give Mike.
Okay.
That is the RawDawgers Sportscast argument. I just thought about that.
To me, he's definitely the best point guard ever.
He's not playing all 5
forward.
positions.
No.
But that position, he can have it.
He could. And the fact that Jordan never went to a Game 7 in the
Now,
finals,
if LeBron
right?
played that position his whole career, yeah, it's not close.
Well, he never, also, who'd he play in the finals?
Right. A bunch of trash men.
You got to give Mike some flowers.
No, I mean, yeah, he's probably the best shooting guard ever.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all agreed
but
that.
yeah, Steph is also right there.
Yeah.
That sucks for him.
Well, and Steph, it's like has he ever won a Finals MVP? Maybe one.
No.
No.
He hasn't. That's part of that's like
and
I think he got one in the last one. Or was it Wiggins?
No. He would have won the last one. He probably has won.
Maybe he did. Maybe
against,
he has
against the Celtics.
I know Iguodala and KD won.
Put it up as a poll.
Or no, did KD win
is
too?
OJ guilty?
I did.
And
did KD win too?
Yeah.
So yeah, Steph didn't win any.
Okay.
I think that's still part of his whole problem is Steph wants that Finals MVP. You know, time's running out.
Oh yeah, they're not that good. I mean, the West is pretty good this year.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, as of right now, they're in the play-in against the Lakers, which will beat them.
That will be an awesome series, though, to see what happens.
Every time I've watched Lakers versus Golden State, the Lakers win every fucking time.
Mm-hmm. And now you got pissed off LeBron have to go for a play-in to potentially play the Golden State Nuggets.
Right, and they're like a 48-win team.
Or not, Denver Nuggets. Golden State Nuggets. Denver Nuggets. To have that series.
That'll be a good series. They got swept last year, but
Where
the way
are the Mavs
D'Angelo's
Mavs are balling.
Really? 3 or 4.
I mean,
Kyrie and Luka are balling.
Well, because the Timberwolves are right up there too.
Yeah, because they were in first for a long time.
Yeah.
They're going to be a handful. That's probably Minnesota's best team ever.
They got that rookie.
Well, they have Anthony Edwards and
Oh, they got Ant too. That's what I'm thinking about. It's Cat and Ant. Who has like the weird 3-name guy that's a stud?
Oh,
Phoenix?
Oklahoma State or Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City, yeah.
Okay,
Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Yeah, that guy.
Gregorius.
Yeah, who should probably be the MVP, but it's probably going to go to Jokic.
Oh, you think that he should get the MVP over Jokic?
Shea's pretty fucking. I think he's like 28.
I mean, he's great.
He's like 28, 7 and 7 at the point guard.
That sounds like LeBron.
Right. Yeah.
Who never gets the MVP.
And that's not like all the MVPs and stuff. Like, dude, LeBron got fucked out of MVP like 7 years.
He got fucked out by Derrick Rose,
right?
Who was relevant for 1 year in the NBA.
Do you think that like the NBA tried to build that parity in by not giving LeBron for the
LeBron
MVPs?
literally should have had like 8 MVPs in a row.
Well, they waited until what 2009 to give him one, because it was the Cavs last year.
After
did he win 2 in a row?
No, he didn't win one until Miami.
Yeah.
Did they give it to him in 07?
No.
Because I think they gave him 1 in 09, and then it was Rose, and then like
Derrick
James Harden.
Rose.
And then he had
Jesus.
3 in a row.
Jesus.
Miami. Rose was a dog, but he wasn't.
Well, I'm pretty sure LeBron averaged 3 more points, 2 more assists, 2 more. Yeah, right. On a better team.
Steph in his unanimous year, it still should have went to LeBron or KD.
Yeah.
All right.
Shit's rigged.
We're getting way the fuck out here on left field. But
yeah,
hey, whatever.
We're talking about basketball.
I know, right? Cleveland Indians start. Ryan, you been watching any of this?
7-2.
I've been
on the
keeping
road.
tabs on him. It's hard to watch him, but
it is. Well, they were supposed to play the Yankees tonight. Home series supposed to start. Indians 9-3, going up against the Yankees 10-2. The Yankees lost one to the worst fucking team. It's early. They lost one to the Marlins the other night. God, I thought maybe Jeter.
You bet on it, didn't you?
I did.
That's the only reason he knows.
You're right. I was watching it. So, but the fact that you lost to the Marlins, who'd won one game, they hadn't won a game till like
the Yankees lost
the
them,
first 10. Yeah, the Yankees lost at the Bronx.
You bet on a Yankees Marlins game?
Yeah.
You have a problem.
Well, I mean, the Yankees
bet on your own team at least.
I do when I feel good about it.
I stay away from that after putting that 50 on the Browns playoff.
Dude, they opened up 7-2, 9 straight games on the road. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're 9-3 going against the 10-2 Yankees.
They could be 10-2.
Got postponed tonight.
Did they win on Wednesday?
Against the White Sox? Yeah,
they did win.
Yeah,
okay.
the Naylor brothers. With the
that
was the walk-off, wasn't it? With the younger Naylor, Bo Naylor.
If you're talking about the one where they were down 5-0 in the first.
Yeah, that was the White Sox.
They lost.
They came back. No, they won. They won the next day.
I thought they came back.
This was Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday, I remember them being, it was like 5-4, bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded, no outs. We scored 1 run because they hit the batter. That's the only reason we scored a run. It went pop fly out, double play. Ends the inning. Bases loaded, no fucking outs.
Was the infield pop out? It had to be, right?
In the outfield.
And it must have been shallow then.
Yeah, it was just a little blooper.
Right, okay. All right.
It was right on the third base line, too, so he would have gunned him down.
I want to bring this up, though, too.
That pissed me off, though, that the reason they scored is because the pitcher hit a batter. That's it.
Do you think he did it on purpose?
No, fuck no. I was just...
No outs, bases chucked, you should get 2 runs home.
I agree. With no outs,
I agree.
That's a sack fly and a bloop.
Yeah.
Right. You could bunt and get 2 guys in.
You could bunt and score a run.
Right.
That's why Kenny Lofton should be in the Hall of Fame. That'd be my nightmare. No outs, Kenny Lofton at the plate, bases loaded.
Yeah.
So
there's going to be
how do you pitch that? Yeah.
Any problems with... Here's my biggest thing. Bieber.
Out for the year.
Out for the season.
Immediately.
We've done that with Kluber, too, though.
0.00 ERA, 20 strikeouts, first 2 starts, 2-0 record.
I remember I was flipping through and it was like, it put those stats up and then it was like Shane Bieber out for the year, Tommy John's. I'm like, is this from last year?
Yeah. The headline should just be Cleveland Sports.
Right.
Boom.
A lot more immediate than that. I do love the fact that it seems like the Indians are a lot more offensive oriented this year. But then you also have, you have the younger pitchers now. So Carrasco came back.
They're a pitching farm.
Dude, how good have they stayed for like the last 5?
If you can just get the bats going.
One veteran on the whole team.
Just get the bats going.
That's it.
So
they have Jose. That's all they have. That's the only vet they have on the whole team.
No. I think the Nailers are. I think Nailers are pretty good.
He's in his 4th year now.
Yeah, but also Steve Kwan.
Bo just played for fucking the Clippers.
Talk about
2
vets,
years
like
ago.
5+.
Oh, okay,
Veterans.
okay. Yeah. But I think also it's important to point out that on a very, very mediocre 5th to last payroll of the season, the Indians and Steve Kwan as the leadoff guy is now 2nd in the league in batting average.
Yeah, dude, they fucking nail everything they do.
On the top
including
50,
the Nailers.
Yeah, they nailed the Nailers.
They did.
So
I remember watching Bo at the Clippers 2 years ago. I'm like, all right.
Are you two? It's early. There's 162 games. Ryan and I were talking about this tonight. Do you think that the Major League Baseball season needs to be shortened? We talk about this all the time. And do you think it's gonna? I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think it should be
shortened.
So maybe
you got to think about what baseball is while you're playing it.
Okay.
For literally probably 70% of the time,
you're standing.
You're not moving.
Yeah.
So they absolutely can play that many games.
Okay. But my thing is this too, and Ryan brought up a great point, was that Major League Baseball, it seems like a lot of those series, I think most of those were all 4-game series to open the season. They played those in either Western, Southwestern, more
Just
Southern,
yeah.
because I think the baseball did something smart here.
We've been talking about this for a couple
Well,
of years.
yeah, it's just because of
The
climate.
first 2 weeks of the season at least should be in a dome or
Climate.
in the
It's
South.
all, it should be
Right.
all climate based, which is fine.
But you could avoid all that bullshit if you just cut off 30 to 40
They're not
games
going to
for
do
the
that because
season.
they,
And
they're
I
getting,
agree with you.
Revenue
That's,
wise, they would
revenue
never
is
do
the
it.
only thing they're getting revenue right now from, which is getting smaller, is TV money, because it's attendance levels are not going to come back.
Right.
Because even we talk about the '90s Indians where they were selling out games in April on a Tuesday.
Right.
I mean, that's just for 5 fucking years
They
in a
need
row.
the
which is
revenue because it's not
incredible.
like people are going to go to more games if the fucking season's shorter.
Right. And again, like they've been doing it for so long. Why are you going to cut games? If anything, they're going to fucking add more playoffs.
They've been doing
Playoffs?
They've been doing shit to make the games like more fun, which I like.
Do you have
I
a problem
don't like
though with having frost on the ground or possible delays?
Yeah,
in early April,
That's
late
baseball.
March.
No, I
and then
absolutely
you have
have a problem
fucking
with that.
snow flurries though that are flying
Dude,
in
if
fucking
you're a
November.
pitcher and your fucking hand is numb, how productive can you even be?
Well, okay, so even in
So
the '90s,
defensively, your team's going to be bad, and also offensively, the game is going to suck because you can't get a pitch over the plate.
well, that game was, they had snow in that ALCS game. Was it '97? Wasn't it like 8-5 or something?
Okay. It's
I
Cleveland.
mean,
I'm just saying, as far as that goes.
I mean,
that
anything
sucks.
could
But
happen.
I think
Cleveland.
obviously, beginning of the season, first 2 or 3 weeks, had just if
Having
play,
those on the road is
play in a
fine.
dome
I think that's
or play in the South.
That is exact. I think that's the baseball commission. Rob Manfred. Basically the best decision they've decided to make.
Yeah.
Right. We get all agree.
All the northeastern teams should just forfeit that. That's
Unless you
just
have a
how it
dome.
is.
A dome.
Then now in July, you'll have a fucking month long where you don't leave your own stadium, which is sweet.
Well, and that
Sure.
then you'll have less, like in the super hot parts of the country, you'll have less games
less
in
games
July.
there, yeah.
That would
yeah,
make-
Houston sees way less games in July.
But they
would
play in
be
a
good
dome.
thing.
They play in Tropicana Stadium
Oh, I
or
didn't
Minute
know
Maid
Houston was
Stadium.
a
Yeah,
dome.
Houston does.
Well, any of those southern.
No, not
Texas Rangers.
Tropicana
Rangers,
is
yeah.
That's
Florida.
Florida, the Rays.
The Mariners are in this dome too, right?
But
Florida
Houston
teams are?
also plays in a dome.
Mariners?
Yeah, they're in a
No,
dome.
Safeco's not a.
The Mariners
No,
absolutely.
it's
play
a
in a dome.
retractable.
They had a dome.
Or no,
back in the
It's a
day.
retractable.
Yeah, it's
in
so
Seattle.
it's a dome.
It is.
I thought it was a
retractable.
half
It's
Who
retractable.
am I
there.
thinking of? Isn't there a Florida fish team?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Marlins.
Marlins.
Marlins. That's not Mariners. I was
There's
thinking
two of them,
Marlins.
Rays and
Marlins
Marlins.
have
You wanted
a
to say
dome.
the Rays are a fish.
Safeco Field, that's a dome?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Florida-
a retractable.
Okay.
That's Seattle.
Well, that's
Seattle, yeah.
baseball's the only sport that's actually going to use that retractable roof.
Where was the issue they were having the balls hitting the roof? That was in Florida, right? The Mariners.
Yeah, was
Like,
that?
Mark McGuire hit that roof a couple times?
Yeah, was that? Was that Marlins or was that Rays?
Or Marlins. Marlins is who I'm talking.
Was it Rays? Tropicana Field.
It might have been Tampa Bay.
They have a dome too.
They have a big left field wall, don't they?
No.
The Rays.
Are you?
I remember like 2 years ago there was an issue about balls hitting the fucking ceiling. It was a Florida team for sure. I think it was the Rays.
I know
It could be the Rays.
Shohei Ohtani was over there.
I think it was the Rays.
That 2-game series with the Dodgers.
And it hit the fucking
the
lining.
It hit,
yeah.
It was a foul ball, but he hit it.
Yeah.
So
That's
I think
insane.
it's the Rays who I was thinking of. Tampa
it could be, but they have no fans there. They don't give a fuck.
It's Florida. They don't have fans.
There's
for
a lot of
Dolphins
shit
games.
going on there. It's like in LA when you have games in LA. The Lakers
Just like the Jags don't have. I want to go to a Jags game just to chill in the pool. I think it'd be fucking sick.
Right. I think this would be interesting. I mean, the Rams won the Super Bowl a couple years back. It'd be interesting to see the attendance
At SoFi.
Yeah, at SoFi
That is not very good.
versus when LeBron was there on a fucking Friday or Saturday night.
Right.
We should bring that up. We should try to find that out. We'll go to like the Nielsen rating, whatever, or not Nielsen rating, but just find attendance numbers.
Do they do Nielsen ratings
Yeah,
anymore?
yeah, they do.
Do they?
There's like a whole thing.
What's a Nielsen rating?
Yeah.
Well, they used to put.
What is
that
a
where they
Nielsen
put boxes in your house to see what people are watching? Yeah.
Oh, for TV.
Yeah,
They
to
have,
try
like,
to
random
rate
families,
how
yeah.
try to rate how TV shows are being watched.
Yeah.
And then they would give you like a box of Girl Scout cookies at the end of the season, I think.
Nice.
So, anyway, all right.
Just watch nothing but Duck Dynasty.
Sigh.
Duck fucking Dynasty.
Yeah.
Just leave your TV on all
I love
night.
Silas Robertson.
But
I'll tell you what, Jack.
I mean, Bieber going out's definitely a big deal because now
That
you
sucks
got
dick.
Yeah, you got Logan Allen. You got Brock
Who's
Carrasco
that
back.
big, tall ass, skinny motherfucker?
Tristan McKenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude looks like a beanpole.
Yeah.
That dude needs to eat. I thought he put some weight on over the
He is
like,
the
last
Kevin
3
Durant
years.
of Indians baseball.
But
You're
he's
just
good
gonna
when
be
he's out there.
He's going to be pushing.
Wait, we got Carrasco back?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
He's supposed to start tonight against the Yankees. They're having
Nice.
two games.
Is that his
I
first
did
start
not
here?
know that. So he's
Didn't
through
they
all
trade-
of his cancer shit?
Yeah.
They traded for him, didn't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
Yeah. They got him. Yeah, they got him back. I can't remember.
So Terry loves him.
Well, Terry's
So-
gone.
All right.
Is he?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
All right, Brandon.
That sucks.
Moving along here.
You're
We're
retired.
about done. The Masters.
Oh, this is all me. We got golf, then
You and
NASCAR.
me, man.
Golf, then NASCAR.
Oh, we can bring NASCAR. I don't have it on the rundown, but that's fine.
Oh, that's...
The Masters, though.
yeah.
Who's your guy?
I mean, I'm rooting for Bryson. I have him in all bets.
Bryson DeChambeau?
Yep.
Okay.
I have him in all bets. Scotty's obviously playing well. I faded him, which is fucking obviously dumb. But I did do that. Scotty's hot. Yeah, I mean, Tiger's not out of it either.
Right.
It's gonna... Well, let's see what they ended up today.
Well, Tiger, I think I saw...
Tiger's maybe 7 shots back, and he has 2 days left.
Right. Well,
So-
and I think it's important to point out on Tiger, didn't he set a new Masters record
Yep,
for
24
consecutive
straight
cuts
cuts.
made?
Yep.
That's impressive.
That's very impressive.
Ryan and I were talking about GOATs of all time, which obviously I am on the LeBron train. But, man, Tiger Woods...
I think
His
if there's a
prime was-
GOAT of all GOATs, it's Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I was actually making
Nobody
that
in
argument.
golf was... It's embarrassing.
I don't
like
know.
him against the... There were bets in Vegas
Mm-hmm.
that was Tiger Woods against the field to win a
Right.
tournament.
And he was probably on the negative side of the bet.
Yeah, he's minus 110
Right.
on the bet.
Right.
Tiger versus the whole field. That's the GOAT of GOATs. Like, it's...
Barry Bonds is pretty fucking close.
He's okay. He's good. Who's okay?
That dude had more intentional walks.
This is a good.
than
This
some.
is
I
a good
understand
talking
that,
point.
But dude, just what Tiger did
Yeah,
in
no,
golf.
he was dominant.
If he didn't get hurt in 2013,
Yeah.
so Tiger's only fault is like
Porn
stats.
stars.
blonde white women. Yes,
Professional
But
skiers.
Where
Hey,
he,
where the white women at?
where he falls in the GOAT debate is like just pure stats. So where LeBron everywhere is the best. So Tiger is different from that. Like majors, Jack Nicklaus has one more major win.
Oh, I thought it was 3. I thought he had
think it's-
18 and Tiger had 15 or 14.
Well, yeah, you might be right.
I think-
actually.
I
Yeah,
think- I think
it's,
he's 3 or
it's
4
Mas-
back.
Masters wins. Jack has one more.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
Jack has 6. Tiger has 5.
He had one at 46. I know that, but go ahead.
Yeah. So that is what's lacking. But as far as the most dominant athlete at a sport
From 99
ever,
to like, yeah.
99 to literally like 2013.
I
You
think
weren't touching Tiger Woods.
Didn't he win
And then he got
some
hurt.
crazy like 8 tournaments in a row or 10 tournaments in a row?
No, he never did that. But what was one of the crazy fucking?
I'll tell you.
I see it on TikTok. Like
I tell you a
Tiger
crazy
stats
stat.
that are insane, and they're literally fucking insane.
I'll tell you a crazy stat. 1997, Tiger setting the all-time under for the fucking Masters. He blew the fucking field away.
Yeah, it was-
Going back
Oh
to
yeah,
field.
yeah. He
Beat him
won.
by
It was
like
like
12 strokes.
he was like 21 under, and everybody else was like 10. Here's my debate.
I think Dustin Johnson has that record at 20 under, but I think Tiger won.
I'm
by
just
like
saying away
8
from the rest
or
of the
9
field.
strokes. Yeah,
He was beating the field going into Sunday Tiger.
Yeah,
He was like 9 or 10 strokes
Oh,
better
that
than
was-
everybody.
That was the only time I really gave a fuck about golf is when he was awesome.
What was the one fucking stat I read that was crazy? I think it was like there have been three times somebody's won. It was either tournaments in a row or majors in a row only 3 players have won more than like 3 in a row, and it was Tiger won 6 in a row, 5 in a row, and 4 in a row.
Wow.
He was the 3 players.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was something like that. I don't remember the exact of it, but just that he owns the top 3. Like, that's crazy.
Here's my argument with Tiger. Like, if you would have made...
There isn't an... Or you mean against all-time GOATs?
Yeah.
That's your... Okay.
No, I agree.
Because as far as golf, it's not close.
No, all-time GOATs, Tiger's probably at the top. Ryan's saying Barry Bonds. You're saying whoever. Tom Brady, maybe? I mean, I don't know.
I would take LeBron over Tom Brady.
Okay, I agree.
I think Bron's
agree with
definitely
you.
top 3.
I think
I agree
LeBron's
with
top
you.
3. Yeah.
I made the argument last night that LeBron may be the GOAT of all GOATs.
I
in all
don't think.
major
I think
sports.
Tiger has him.
I mean, it's close, at least. Here's my thing. Tiger Woods made courses change the way that they built their fucking courses.
Right.
So if you were able to change the game and you're able to, all of a sudden you're like in the Big 3 league or whatever, you're decided to go, you're going to have a 4-point shot now. That's what Tiger Woods did to golf.
Well, also what Tiger Woods did to golf is you have to now be an athlete.
Yes.
To be good at golf.
Great point.
No longer it's your neighbor, the accountant with a huge ass. Great golfer. That's not a thing anymore.
Right.
You have to be a fucking athlete.
But there was a whole thing, and I played like all those Tiger Woods golf games on PlayStation. There was a whole like Tiger proofing of the fucking course. You could play Sunday Tiger, and they changed the fucking Masters
He also
course
was like
because of Tiger Woods.
One of like 3 people at the time that were playing that could bomb at 350.
And because like what you brought up, Tiger Woods just changed the way that the fucking golfers were.
John Daly works against that.
He does. John Daly was wildly skilled.
He was.
Tiger was both though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just had
that's why I'm waiting
that
for his resurgence.
Well, and even
he
today,
had that psycho championship mindset.
And I heard one of the announcers talking about like Tiger walk. Oh, he seems to be walking okay. I don't think he's going to go out.
Well,
today.
he had the worst type of luck: his back and knee shit.
He's changed his golf stroke. So LeBron go to basketball presumptuously, same shot. Tom Brady go to football, same throwing motion. Tiger's changed his swing 3 times because of back.
I actually could make the argument
How fucking crazy
about
is that?
LeBron is LeBron actually changed his game to include the 3-point shot.
Yeah, but LeBron didn't change his shot because of injury.
Oh, no.
To
Okay,
still
I see what you're
remain
saying.
the
I
GOAT.
see what you're saying. Yep.
Tiger did it 3 times.
That's true.
Tiger's had 3 different swings in his career.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
that's how just
we're
good
in
he
agreement.
is.
Tiger's not winning, right? He's
What do you
not
mean?
winning the Masters this year.
This year?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Score right now in the clubhouse: 3 people: Homa, DeChambeau, Scotty, 600.
Right.
Tiger's 7 shots off. He has
Right.
2 days.
He has +1.
+1.
So they're going to get some good weather down there?
That's
supposed to be better
a great
tomorrow.
point. Okay.
Less wind.
Okay. Less wind.
Which I'm not saying these guys in the lead aren't going to score well. They are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
he could get
it's
hot.
Tiger Woods.
If you were going to live bet it, though, I don't even know what the odds are right now for Tiger Woods.
I guarantee you it went from maybe like
Plus 5,000 to
150 to
plus-
1
okay.
to 20 to 1.
Okay. All right.
Which is crazy. It's fucking Tiger
I
Woods.
I might throw a couple shekels later
Do it.
tonight on Tiger Woods to
Why
win.
would you not?
Might. We know you
Well,
are.
because well, okay, fuck you.
Dude, I see shit all the time and it's so true. It's like not even a golf fan. It's like it shows like a girl like, man, what do men want? And it's like Tiger Woods to win another.
I'm not even
Yeah,
golf
I
fan,
think
but
I
I want
reposted
that.
that meme
Yes.
today. I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Just and I love it that everybody loves him because of all the shit from his past. They're like, yeah, we don't give a fuck. He beat that bitch.
Have
Who
you
cares?
listened to the? Have
He
you
didn't even
listened
beat
to?
anybody up.
Have you listened to
He
the
just cheated on
gallery?
Got
Like,
his ass beat by her.
have you listened to the gallery when people were talking about like when Tiger gets up, there's so many more roars and cheers
Oh,
from
yeah,
the crowd.
dude, he's
There's a different type of stigma with Tiger
Well,
gets up there.
he is the ultimate. He's like what MJ is with basketball. And
Yeah, but
I'm
there's
not.
MJ
I'm not.
haters. There aren't Tiger Woods haters. They're not.
Well, and they're women.
if there are any.
Especially professional skiers.
Well, there was at a time, but I'm just saying, like, he has that ethos of, like, myth, which he is basically what the myth is. Because the one thing about golf is it's just you out there. It's not a team sport. It's just you.
You
it's
and your
scorecard.
caddy. You're your caddy.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
But there's...
That is important.
The consensus of the world is everybody wants Tiger Woods to win.
Sure.
Because nobody gives a fuck about Jack Nicklaus. Like,
right.
There aren't Jack Nicklaus fanboys that are like, Tiger's not the GOAT.
There is.
Maybe Mad Dog.
There is.
I don't think there is.
Mad Dog.
There is.
Probably.
There's old guys out there that's like, Pistol Pete Maravich.
Maybe racist.
He could go out there and beat him with a wooden club.
Yeah.
Maybe racist people. That's about it.
That's none of us here at the RawDawgers Sportscast.
Not fully.
Right. All right. Let's move along. So you're taking Tiger?
NASCAR, yeah. I'm not.
Go ahead. Let's go.
I'm not taking Tiger to win. I'm just saying, I don't think he couldn't win.
Okay.
He's definitely in position.
No, give us your NASCAR. Where are they at this week?
We're at Texas. It's a mile-and-a-half track, so it's another driver's track.
It would be great if Rashid Rice delayed his fucking shit until he got till this weekend, right?
So the consensus of this year, it goes along with the last 2 years. This next-gen car, it's underpowered and bulletproof. So all the drivers fucking hate it. There's no advantages.
Okay.
You can't pass. That's what sucks about NASCAR right now.
Okay.
All these short tracks, they're just doing circles. Nobody's passing it.
Is this a big track or a small track?
It's a mile-and-a-half, so it's pretty small.
Okay.
Well, not small. It's literally medium.
Okay.
You have a 2.5 mile track down to a half-mile track.
Okay.
So it's literally middle of the road. Everybody's bitching about these new cars. They're too indestructible and they're underpowered.
Okay.
So if they're underpowered, you can't outdrive the car. You're never going to overdrive and spin out. None of that crazy shit.
What's up with the restrictor plate?
The restrictor plates are big tracks, just so they can't.
So
go.
It's not happening this week.
Not happening this week.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that keeps
Fair
you
enough.
under what, like 210?
But you
No,
can't
they
pass.
only do
You
like
just said you can't pass anyway,
196
right? So
bigger tracks you can just because of drafting.
But
These
not
smaller
this one.
tracks where drafting is pretty irrelevant. You can't pass. You can't build the speed to pass anybody because the car physically just won't let you.
So you have to know.
Drivers are pissed. This season literally is going to be like the same 8 or 9 guys could win every week. Outside of that, there's going to be nothing happening.
So who's
and the drivers are fucking pissed off about it. Denny Hamlin last week had a fast-ass car. He couldn't pass a lapped car for like 40 laps.
Wow.
Couldn't get around him. A lapped car. So all the drivers are fucking pissed because you used to have like a little bit of separation off of like just shit you knew. Well, now they share all their information.
Okay.
So it's honestly pretty fucking gay, to be honest with you. Like there's nothing
Can't
cool,
say that.
nothing cool going on anymore.
Right.
So yeah,
it's a little trans, is what you meant.
It's a little trans.
Okay,
for
that's fair
racing.
enough. Like Trans Am.
But yeah, this week it's gonna be just your drivers. Denny's gonna be good. Kyle Larson's gonna be good.
All right, who's your pick then?
To win?
Texas.
Let me see. I have it written down.
Oh, you don't even know off the top of your head?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait till after qualifying. Gunner likes to bet before qualifying.
Okay.
Because you get a little bit better odds, but I like to see where they're at.
All right.
But
where's your boy at? Where's your rookie?
Ross.
Because I want to ride.
He's not
him.
a rookie.
Ross
He's just been middle of the road. His team just isn't good enough to be up there.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be probably Denny or a Hendrick Motorsports car. So you got Denny or Byron, Kyle Larson.
Well, look at those beers.
Look at those beers.
Go ahead. Talk.
But yeah, I mean it's gonna be Hendrick Motorsports again or Denny. I think.
Are those now? Are those all Fords, Toyotas?
Denny's a Toyota. Hendrick is Chevys.
Okay.
That shit's irrelevant anymore, to be honest. The manufacturer, because all the cars are exactly the fucking same.
Right.
It's fun to watch, though. I do enjoy watching it.
yelling at your TV.
Especially betting on it. Like not this last weekend, but 2 weeks ago, I made my bets, and I'm like, fuck it. Denny's been so good. I don't like Denny. Denny is Gunner's favorite driver, though. I'm like, I'm going to sprinkle $5 on Denny to win. Just because every time I haven't done it, it's bit me in the ass. Threw $5 on him. I was at my mom's. Go home. Sitting there watching it. There's a fucking wreck with 4 laps to go. Martin Truex has led the last 160 laps. This wreck happens, and Denny jumps him on the restart, and me and Aaron are sitting there. Aaron doesn't give a shit. I'm like telling him, like, this is who we want to win. We're rooting for this guy. Denny jumps the start, gets out to the lead, drives around, wins it. Me and Aaron are like, yeah, fuck yeah. My dad's like, or Aaron's like, yeah, number 11, yeah. It's fucking awesome.
What'd you win on $5? Like 30?
Like 38 or something. It paid for my betting for the next week. Which I'm cool with.
Right.
If I can bet for free. I'm not in there to win a fuckload. I only bet so I can root for somebody. Because outside of that, it's pretty fucking boring.
DraftKings has ruined us.
Mm-hmm. It absolutely has.
I can't really fucking watch anything right now.
All right. It's because you guys all you do is play fucking video games. Can't even turn a TV on. As far as cable.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're into CJ's.
All right, let's do it.
Well, to honor our late GOAT, Mr. O.J. Simpson, his final ride will be one of infamy.
God, I hope that happens.
Dude,
they got West Coast Customs working on it.
And OJ's the kind of guy
I've seen that show. That's pretty good. I do like that.
OJ might be the guy that puts that kind of shit in his will. Just another fuck
so
you.
Cool.
God, yeah.
And on the back glass it just says, "I didn't do it."
And
that one's an all-timer.
Gone too late.
Big shout out to definitely not Photoshops by Brent. I immediately stole that one.
And that's the dad of.
Yeah,
that's
that's Fred Goldman, Ronald Goldman. I love the headstone there. What's
Gone
it say?
Too late.
Gone too late.
He probably would have lived longer in prison.
Right.
He would have
Better
got the right
healthcare.
healthcare he needed. They do not fit. Those absolutely fit.
Yes. Again.
Well, it's a little bit of air up there on the fingertips, but look, you got the plastic shit going on
for
down
brand new. Those absolutely fit.
Yeah. Especially leather.
It's not like they're entirely too small for a probably giant man.
And Nicole Brown just like, yeah, welcome aboard, mate.
That was his old lady?
Yeah.
She's not even hot.
Yeah. Not that hot.
She's 34?
Oh, she was hot for mid-80s.
Yeah, but she's still only 34. She looks like she's 54.
I mean, it's also a 1990 photo.
Yeah, but still, J-Lo's mid-50s and is way hotter than that.
I'm just saying it was
Going to Jason Day, I've heard that the local wife from Lucas, right down the road, Ellie Harvey, right? Ellie Harvey?
She was a solder.
Oh, okay. All right. I heard
she's
she's smoking hot.
Yeah. They bought...
I read about this. Go ahead.
They bought that property on Pleasant Valley. It used to be a wedding venue. They bought that farm.
Okay.
Jason
Day. 200 and some acres, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bought it for an investment property, but they might build there.
Well, I think she
wanted up to some of her family's property.
Okay. All right.
So they might actually build there because he's crazy rich. So
from Australia, which is
because that property has a nice barn and shit, but the actual house is just old.
Okay. I knew you were talking about.
Fuck up, Donnie.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Go ahead.
They bought. Nobody cared that's who bought it.
Mark Wade immediately.
That's badass.
Immediately calling us a bunch of fucking homers, but he's all about Jason Day winning because
Mark is a faggot. I can't wait to see.
Can't say that.
I can't wait to see you at the draft, Mark. I'm gonna fucking truck him again in the parking lot. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
Oh! Tell us the insider scoop.
It was the Dallas draft.
Oh.
Logan forever thinks he's athletic. He isn't. He always thinks he can like beat me in a race.
Sure.
So we lined up in a parking lot. We had a starter. We had an end point. Nick was our flag man at the end. See who won. Well, Mark was on his phone just taking a video of it. So boom, we start. It's a 40-yard run. I'm ahead of Logan, so I'm just turning around looking back. Well, as I turn and look back, I just start naturally turning as I'm running. And Mark's not paying any attention. He's looking through the phone. Hit him, boom. He literally went like flying. Slid across the asphalt. Dude, he went so far. It was like in a fucking like cartoon. I hit him and I guarantee you his actual body from where we hit went probably like 14, 15 feet. It was so funny. Because he slid on the ground. He had fucking road rash from sliding on the ground. It was, and I didn't.
Hey, shout out Mark Wade. Get back on social media and fucking tell us your thoughts about
just
it.
The best part of it was like, to me, I didn't fucking feel anything. He just laid on the ground way over there. It was so funny. We laugh about it all the fucking time.
Oh, so good. All right.
But Mark's going to the draft this year, so
is he going?
Hopefully we can repeat it.
Love it. I just want to see if Mark gets ass raped by some fucking Detroit bean pie fucking dickhead out of the corner.
I'm not going to stop it.
About 1.5 mile. He's going to get fucked.
I'm absolutely not going to interrupt that.
All right. Huge Dan Campbell guy, Mark Wade is.
Oh, yeah, man.
You got the grit, brother.
I'm just so fucking proud of you guys, man.
Look at my tear. I didn't just do that by rubbing my eye.
I was rubbing.
All right.
All right. Anything else to add, guys?
No.
Or are you giving a big shout out to OJ? Rip OJ.
R.I.P.
The GOAT.
I didn't really know much about him, but I'm a bigger fan now. After today, for sure.
Especially after the 2,000 yards.
2,000 yard rushing season, yeah.
Yeah, that's the GOAT.
And he murdered some bitch that was cheating on him. Fucking ride or die.
With some waiter.
Yeah, with a fucking what a faggot.
But the @DawgsRaws on the bottom. That is our TikTok handle. Put that there because we just started going like real live there tonight. So if you guys want to go over there and give us a follow, it'd be awesome. And just keep watching on Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah. Please subscribe too. That's very, very important.
Yes.
If you don't know it,
subscribe on YouTube as well.
Share.
Watch that. We had some YouTube viewers for sure tonight.
Share to all your family and tell them, especially the old heads, you don't have to pay to subscribe to the RawDawgers Sportscast.
No. And if you want to just watch three idiots just absolutely pound alcohol and say dumb and racist shit, you should definitely watch this.
Love it.
Only semi-racist though sometimes.
That's because it's funny, not because we believe it.
Yeah, we're all comedians at heart.
All right, well, RawDawgers out.
RawDawgers out.